pasta in your head. It tastes like heaven. We eating pasta and it.
Alright, let's start it there.
Yeah. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Plain hero, Roroni can shit. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado? You had a hot minute ago. Hey, we got ups, but I wouldn't say we beef. How the saying go, it's a two-way street. Get me on the pipe and you know they had a tweak. I'm just trying to lay my name, you get what I'm speaking. We entertain the masses and anywhere that we can. There's some asshole think that he can press the lead and put the whole squad down, get out within the weekend. But we stars, boys, so continue, go and see. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Play hero, Roroni can shit. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado? You had a hot minute ago. Talking big things till you learn it ain't one. Catching nails on this track's another freight ton. Not a single dub, so you gotta make one. G, get domino, trying to cook some great stuff. You can keep ducking, this be the season for hunting. We done and new and our treasures while casually pressing your buttons. You keep pretending and nothing, but we can tell you be frontin'. Try threatening us with a poker, but your face looking all flushed. And we calling out all the bluffs and we telling you what is fucking. We saying enough's enough, but you trying to keep acting tough. If you really think that you run, let me tell you, you ain't the one. Cause the song will be nothing speakers and the whole team finna pump it, y'all. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Played hero, Roroni can shit. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado? You had a hot minute ago. We eating pasta in your head. It tastes like heaven. We eating pasta and it good. Yeah.
You hear that, Samson? Beautiful.
Good pasta.
Perhaps the moon knows the secret of the new sound.
So bright and pull on the surfaces. So bright and they walking on my face. So bright and
Open your mind. Let us begin our quest to find a new sound.
I've got new. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got nice. Look at the shine and everything I need. Zoo, zoo. I've got new. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo.
Okay, let's have fun.
Better bedtimes. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo, zoo. I've got new.
Look at the shine and
Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo. I've got new.
look at the shine.
So bright and bright, pull on the surfaces. So bright and they walking on my face. So bright and bright, pull on the surface, pull on the surface. So bright and they walking on my face. Better bet them. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo, zoo. I've got new.
Look at the shine and
Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo. I've got new.
Sound.
you must choose. Bimbo Bimbo. My name is Mr. Susan. You must choose, and now it is time for you to do the choosing. I am Mr. Teen.
Zoo, zoo. I've got new.
You must choose.
Zoo, zoo. I've got nice.
Look at the shine. I am Mr. Teen.
Zoo, zoo. I've got new.
You must choose.
Zoo, zoo. I've got nice.
Look at the shine.
Trapped in cabinets, trapped in cabinets.
Can he get out? Will he get out? 'Cause he will.
You like a Dingle Dime, Vince, Vince, yeah. Dingle Dime, oh, you like a Dingle Dime.
They walking on my face.
Everything I need here. You like a Dingle Dime, Vince, Vince, yeah. Dingle Dime, oh, you like a Dingle Dime.
They walking on my face.
I did a rhyme, oh.
Better bedtimes. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo. You better. I've got nice.
Look at the shine.
Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. I've got new. Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo. You better. I've got nice.
Look at the shine.
Nicey, nicey, zoo, zoo. I've got new. Zoo, zoo. Nicey, nicey, zoo. I've got new.
Look at the shine.
I did a song. Jupiter, I did a song. You ain't got one. Yeah. Oh, I feel sick.
I actually ate my dinner for once before stream started.
This is for all you lovers out there.
So you guys should praise me for that or something.
History is gonna change.
Ah, so cool. I'm gonna move myself over here a little bit. There we go. Hi, chat. Oh, this is so neat. I love this. I love this a lot, actually. You guys have no idea how excited I've been to use this new overlay. It is beautiful. I've asked you guys what you thought, by the way. Looks like a couple of you said that you like it. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. I'll turn that down a little bit more. I hope you guys enjoy it because it's stuck here forever. Oh, goodness. I really like it. I think that it's perfect. It fits better than the last one did. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. If you're curious, I did buy the pack that this came in, but it allows you to build everything about it. So this whole thing was made by me. I have done as much as I can to make this as moddable as possible. You'll see that we have a lot of customizable bits in it. I like the color. Me too. It'll really fit with next week's model too. Oh, I'm super duper excited, excuse me. Skullgirl somehow got into more legal troubles. We talked about that yesterday, actually. I don't know if there's anything new, but we talked about that yesterday. The Yippies have reproduced out of control. They're taking over. This is true. This is true. This is true. There's none on this screen, thankfully. By the way, I will say, while I'm very happy with how these screens look, there may be some tweaks and changes how things will go. But there we go. Brand new overlay. Everything is brand new. I've added new shit too. I've added a lot of new stuff. So I'll show you guys really quickly here. I'll show you this. So this is the just chatting screen. This is the new main screen here. I have condensed the little corral of people down there. I have moved them right. I put them just right over the goal there. I also made the goal look nicer too. They're operating the behind the scenes. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, this is the new main screen. I hope you guys like it. I've made it to where it is a lot easier for me to pull up the please stand by screen. Mr. Medicare today. I didn't have anything slotted up, but I don't know. I have a lot of other stuff slotted. We got to finish that Sam Hyde video, chat. So once we're done talking about Pirate Software, we have a couple of things we're talking about tonight, but Pirate Software is the main topic of interest. Main man. We're going to be talking about Jason Thorhall again tonight. Why? Well, because some stuff happened recently, and I remembered that there was a video he made that I did not give my opinion on yet. And so I decided that we were going to do that. We were definitely going to do that. But here, let me show you guys the rest of the screens too. So this will be the second screen. Here's the second screen. And I do have different screens for different stuff. So the main screen is going to be for video games primarily. Okay. This screen, and I do have a third one here. We're going to switch it up again. This screen will probably be for reacting to stuff as well. We're going to have to wait and see. I am still not sure. I just knew that I had to add this. I decided to add a totally real Instagram account. It's not a real Instagram account. It'd be funny though. I don't know if you can see that there. The head of the Grand Yippee Alliance. The head of the Grand Yippee Alliance, just at Head Yippee. And their message saying hashtag blessed Yippee, hashtag gang Yippee, hashtag yip Yippee. Isn't that awesome? That looks awesome. And then you guys can comment down below. It's beautiful. And here, let me show you the Be Right Back screen. I'm actually getting a little edit of this. So this isn't done yet, but there will be a minor edit to this, and I'll obviously show it off when it gets there. Okay. And here's the last one. So this one will be for if I want to record a segment for YouTube. Because I've decided that there will be times when I need to record YouTube segments, and this is where it will happen. Whether it will be a short or a video, this will make it easier for me to record the segment and then also have me down here so I can have a little bit more of a condensed look here. Every screen change hits your mic volume. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to have to take a look into that. I'm gonna take a look into that. It's only when we bounce around here. I also have a screen for just recording stuff, but I'm not gonna need to use that really anymore. Thankfully, I can just use. Let's see here. Which one is it? Not that one. This one. There we go. I can just use this one whenever I want to do the Sam Hyde thing again. Pump those likes up. Yes. Get us up to 100 likes today, chat. Very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. Everybody's mentioning Johnny Somali. I didn't have anything pulled up for him, but I could talk about him for a few minutes if you want me to. Mostly because I just haven't paid that much attention to it. There's a lot of stuff going on with him. I have not really been paying attention to a whole lot of it. But anyway, here, we're gonna jump back over to the just chatting screen. But yeah, what do you guys think? You guys like? I really like it. I also have this cool little thing right here when I'm reading super chats. When I'm reading super chats, I'll and I'm in just chatting, I'll switch over to that so people know that that it's super chat time. Oh, but I really like this because I even got the windows up there typing and stuff. I thought that was a great little touch. I thought that was a great little touch. Yeah, I think it looks neat. Oh, I need to move the message typing thing here. Can I do that now? Not that one. That one. We're gonna move you up there. And then we are gonna put you down there. Perfect. Not enough yippies. Alright, we'll add some more yippies in the future. We'll add some more in the future. I have I kept them mostly to the just starting and starting soon screen. But I think I'll add them back in the future. I don't pay attention to anything that thrives off of outrage. Well, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Anyway, with all that out of the way, please make sure you like the stream, by the way. Like the stream. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Very, very much appreciated. And if you are feeling extra generous, tonight, super chats, if we hit the super chat goal before the natural end of the stream, we will also, in addition to finishing the Sam Hyde thing, either tonight or tomorrow start the iDubbbz version of the documentary, because I've never watched that one and I've been curious to watch it. I've been curious to see how that went. Where's the FBI yippie? We don't have her in yet. She's still she's being held at the gate. Doesn't exist. Yes, there is no FBI yippie. Anyway, how is you guys' day doing? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm getting to the point where I might start taking up a side hustle so that I can be busy, because I sat down at my computer and was like, I don't want to play video games today. And I'm very sad that that's the case, because like when I'm out working, I'm like, oh, I want to play this game. And then I get home and it's just like, I don't want to play this game. That's not all. Today I did do some more stuff for, you know what? I should show this off. Oh, the thing in the background went off and it didn't even pull up in front of me. Hold on a moment. I'm going to fix that. Hold on. Streamlabs alert. Streamlab alert should go right at the top there. There we go. I'm going to replay that. Awesome. And I'm actually going to move it right there. Perfect. I need to work on those as well, because there are super chat ones for this pack as well. Thank you, Warwolf54 for 100 bits. Watching on Twitch, since Opera seems to like to crash anytime YouTube stream tabs whenever YouTube wants to give me obvious scam ads. Yes, I don't know why, but YouTube is becoming worse and worse when on Opera. I don't necessarily like that, but it just is what it is. And there really isn't a damn thing you can do about it, because YouTube is really bent on getting people to stop using ad blocker. And you know what? It is technically their right to do because it is their platform, and on their platform using an ad blocker does go against their terms of service. So technically they're in the right, but it's still dumb, you know? I had a Mel Gibson moment today. You might need to be specific about which one. I might not have uploaded the FBI Yippee. I think you may have shown it to me. I just haven't thrown it down yet. I use Brave. I am going to slowly transition some stuff to Brave. But I use Opera for the pop-out function. And that's really the only reason why I buy it. Or use it, excuse me. Because of the pop-out function. And the fact that it can play over other stuff. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. I'm surviving off of NyQuil and tax returns. Fantastic. Fun fact, I did my taxes yesterday. That was not fun. It took me quite a few hours to get all the receipts racked up. Quite a few hours. I had to get all my W-2s together because I moved last year. So that I got more than one. And then I had to figure out all of the money from streaming. I made more money last year than I thought I did, which I guess is a good thing. Brave slaps. It has a mobile browser. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I ranted on Twitter about people trying nerd stuff to real politic. Tying nerd stuff to real political issues, like comparing Trump to fictional villains. You know, people are just going to do that. It's dumb. It's insane. You know, there's not really much you can do about that. But speaking of Twitter, I have something to show you guys. I have something cool. You guys want to see something neat? Okay. So, oh, it didn't go off. There it goes. Okay, chat. I also mentioned this in my Discord. Chat. Also, I mentioned it on YouTube as well. So, a good chunk of you should know. A good chunk of you should know that something is coming. I've made mentions of this in my Discord, which you should join, by the way, if you haven't already. If you're on Twitch, I just updated all my panels for the first time in like 5 years. And so you should definitely join my Discord if you haven't already. Chat, I'm going to re-debut with a new model here next Friday. So we have 7 days. 7 days, chat. And the new model will be here. This is something that I know a few of you have been waiting for quite a long time for. Very patiently. Very, very patiently. Some of you have been waiting. And so you guys will get to see it. You guys will get to see her next week. I will say, I've asked some people for feedback. Some people are kind of terrified. I have shared with some people just a close up of the face, and I have shown some people the full thing, and some people are downright terrified of what is coming. So, I will just read my announcement here. And my announcement here is saying that the Circus of Madness, which is what this translates to, opens Friday, March 14th at 7 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Save the date. You don't want to miss a debut so insane. You might end up her personal. I almost said slave. I decided not to. That might have. I was really close, but I was like, you know what? We're gonna keep it mostly say so here. We present the Queen of Chaos, the Harlequin of Hilarity, and Maestro of Madness. Very excited. Very, very excited. Too down bad. I think that if I called you slaves, that you guys would, some of you would be way too down bad. Is that me in Eldritch form? Y'all just have to come and see. Y'all just have to come and see. Again, this happens on next Friday. Next Friday at same time as always, basically. And again, we will have a new debut. I will show you the new model. We will show off the Circus of Madness, which is basically what the channel is going to kind of bend around, and then we're gonna play some games. We're gonna play some games, chat. Here, this art. I am very excited to show off this full art piece here. All right, not just so the models in the background. This art piece here is from another, is one that was worked on here. I don't know if you can see the horrible shop quality here, but I'm really excited to show this art piece. The art piece here was worked on by the original guy who did the original concept for this model, and I know he's very excited for it. I know he is super duper excited for it. So yeah, we're gonna come together. We're gonna play some games, and we're gonna see how your fate is. I'm sure it's nice and wholesome. Well, for the most part, it will be. For the most part, it will be. And I really like what I've put together for it. I spent a lot of time thinking about it, because I was like, okay, I kind of jumped into this model. We need to come up for a reason why it exists. And I decided that the lore for it, I'm not going to reveal the lore, but the lore for my new model will tie into me talking about drama. That's all I'm going to say. Bad run, baseball card on Ante 1. Listen, so what I did is, now this is me, my fault. I should have given the artist a better table. I opened up the game and just decided to play enough to get one Joker. And you know what? It kind of works, because baseball on Ante 1 sucks. Because with baseball by itself, it just kind of sucks. Speaking of Balatro, I can't play that game until the debut. I have put this, not rushed, but I cannot play Balatro now until next Friday. All right, I can't, and I can't tell you why either. So you guys will have to see the reason why next week. I hope you're excited. And it is important to say that it is being sponsored by the Grand Yippee Alliance. Fun fact, chat: you can become a member. But on the Grand Yippee Alliance for 99 cents. Become a member today. Support Yippies everywhere. So yes, very excited. Very, very excited. It's modded. It is. I am so excited for it. Here, I'm going to slide myself over there. Now I'm more in the middle there. Awesome. Easy guess? Well, no, obviously it's modded. They download cryptid. You're laying it on so thick it's getting hard to breathe. Oh, I hope you guys are excited. I'm very, very, very excited. Oh, goodness. Anyway, that's enough talking about the debut. Again, I will remind people as it gets closer, everything that's going on. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I know I will. I spent all day yesterday taking pictures and poses with it and doing a little video. I'm so excited. And I think you guys will be too. Anyway. No more dilly-dallying. It's been almost 30 minutes here. Let's start talking about stuff tonight. All right, we're going to transition into some of the main topics. Before we get on to talking about Pyro Software, I would like to talk about a little bit of a lesser topic that I noticed, and I should really just make one of my streams once a week talking about Hassan and the H3 sphere, because it seems like that is the sphere that is constantly getting attention these last couple of weeks. Recently, here, I'm going to transition over here for you. Recently, in the H3 Hassan sphere, here we go. It'll be a little bit easier for me to do this now, too. Like the stream so Yippee can eat? Yes, please, too. Recently, in that sphere, iDubbbz has done Creator Clash 3. We've kind of talked about this. I debated doing a stream just purely dedicated to Creator Clash. I may still do one in the future. We will see. I will wait for something Creator Clash related before I actually do a full Creator Clash stream. But That's besides the point. Here is this little bit right now. And that is that Creator Clash 3 will not allow refunds. Now, I don't know if the last 2 times they did. I don't know. I'm going to assume maybe, which is why this is a surprise for some people. But it's from the looks of it, somebody on the H3 subreddit, and I'll explain why this was on the H3 subreddit here in a moment, was having issues getting a refund for Creator Clash 3 because they had decided they no longer wish to support Creator Clash 3. And they made this post saying, I told them I wanted a refund and they refused. I warned them I was going to do a chargeback because the event hasn't happened yet, and they said no. It took me less than a minute to contact PayPal and get the charge reversed. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe it took them just a minute. It takes me at least a minute to log on with all my shit on PayPal. I don't know if they have it constantly logged in, which you should not do, by the way. It doesn't matter if you're home, PC, or what. You should never leave your PayPal logged in because you never know what can happen. But they continue on to say if a seller gets a chargeback, not only do they have to pay the buyer the money, they have to pay PayPal or the credit card company a penalty. So it's very stupid of them to say no to refund requests. I bought these tickets expecting to watch along with the crew and have fun, but I'm not going to try and help them redeem a failing charity effort if they're going to be stupid about things. Edit for PayPal, the fee for chargeback is $15, but it jumps to $30 if you get too many. This is why people tend to give refunds easily, and that is accurate. So, if you are curious why people from the H3 subreddit are talking specifically about that, it is because apparently Ethan Klein and iDubbbz are friends. They've been friends for a while, which, based on the politics they both decided to walk through together, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. But after everything with the whole Hassan group has started happening and everybody has started to slowly turn on Ethan Klein, apparently that is now also happening with iDubbbz and Anissa. So there is really, I watched a clip about it, but and I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it again. I feel really sad about it. Again, if I decide to talk about this again in the future, I'll try and find it. But apparently, people were shit-talking Ethan in front of friends that were, connected to iDubbbz, and iDubbbz did nothing. And Ethan feels kind of hurt about that because it's just well, I thought we were friends. Now, to be fair, chat, I don't know if this is internet friends, which is a completely different mark from IRL friends, but he feels hurt because the fact that iDubbbz did not give him, it did not defend him, basically. And so after learning this fact, people started to refund their tickets from Creator Clash 3. There are some other reactions from the H3 subreddit, some of them saying that refusing refunds should be illegal, but it is what it is. The thing that is really important here, and I'm going to switch back here for you guys. The thing that is really important is that Anissa, now people don't know what this is related to. It could be related to anything. This could be related to anything. H3 is a drama chaser. H3 is... Ethan is Ethan, in my personal opinion. He's kind of been up and down during the last decade. I feel like he's taking a change for the better. There's still a lot of things about Ethan Klein I really don't like. There's a lot of him that I really do not like. But he is, in my personal opinion, changing at least a little bit for the better. Although I did hear that he is planning to dox people that disagree with him. And if that's the case, I have to disavow, because I don't think that doxing people is correct. No matter the circumstances, you should not be trying to dox people that you disagree with. So, and I don't know why he's doing that, and I don't really know a whole lot about that. I've mostly just heard that through other people talking about him. But anyway, Anissa would post this, and I do believe this was after Ethan complained about his friends not supporting him. And this is what she said, where she's like, I don't want to know people like that anymore, as if there was an obligation, as if I owed you anything. Now, we really don't know what that is in reference to. We don't know. She's very, it's a vaguity, obviously. Obviously, it's a very big vaguity. And so because of that, we don't know what she could be referencing. I think it is possible that it could be in reference to Ethan here. Sorry, I'm going to start up the other soundtrack there. There we go. I have to turn that up. Yikes. There we go. But it is interesting. Doxing's not cool, bro. If true, not cool. No, yeah. Again, I don't know if that's accurate. I've just heard it could be him joking. Although I don't believe that you should joke about doxing somebody. Personally. I only respect H3 for his Hassan nuke, but other than that, he's a shitheel, but not a terrorist shitheel. It's a good way to put it, I guess. That's a good way to put it. For sure, for sure. But anyway, that was kind of just like some little interesting stuff. I think the road to Creator Clash 3 is really interesting. I know that last time that all of it went down, they lost a lot of money, like a couple $100,000. And Ethan had to prostrate himself on the earth and dance for your money to try and make up. I don't think he even ended up making up the money that he lost. Because they lost a lot of money from Creator Clash too. And this time they're planning to do it again. Only this time you can donate from the time of the announcement, which was a couple weeks ago, till now, or till the thing actually happens. And so, you know, I am not confident in Creator Clash. For a lot of different reasons. One of the biggest problems with Ethan, and you know what's funny is this is one of the first drama videos I ever made, which was talking about how Ethan could improve for Creator Clash 3. I wish I brought that up. I didn't bring that up, but one of my first videos was talking about how he could improve. And one of the things I think now that he could improve by is, number one, he needs to let the Candyman into Creator Clash 3. I know it will not happen because he is terrified of Sam Hyde. Probably for the reasons that will be revealed in the rest of the documentary. But he is terrified of Sam Hyde and what Sam Hyde will do at his event. Maybe he's afraid that Sam Hyde will scream the N-word or something. I don't know. But he is afraid of Sam Hyde. So Candyman's not happening. I will tell you right now, if the Candyman came in, iDubbbz would get $1 million for his charity. You mean Ethan or Ian? Ian, iDubbbz. Boring fighters sell not tickets, but crazy content creators sell. Yes. Here, chat. Do you want me to show you who is fighting here? Let me get this in for you. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. That is really funny here. If you type Creator Clash, you get the Creator Clash 2, which means that Google hasn't recognized this or they haven't changed it in the back end. But here, if you click on the website here, you'll see who the people are, the big dudes, the guys that are like gonna be most important. All right. Now, obviously, at the very top are going to be your most important fight. We're not going to look at the guys at the top. We're going to look at some of the people more towards the bottom here. All right. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not know a single one of these people all the way up. Well, I mean, there's a few people that you guys might recognize. I know him. But all the way up to the last two fights, I know next to none of these people. And let me tell you, that is a major red flag, Ian. Hassan versus Sam Hyde needs to happen. If that happened again, they would sell out the stadium. They would make shit tons of money. All right. And I know that Sam Hyde would throw in a lot of his own money. All right. But we're just going to go through the list here. All right. I don't know any of these people. I guess this guy is a semi-decent creator. I don't know any of these females. Female. Here, I'm going to change to... Let me change to this one here so you guys can see this better. No, that doesn't make it that much better. I don't know any of these females here. Here, let me scroll down. I don't know this female right here. That's kind of weird. I don't know any of these guys. I guess this guy is semi-decently big in the creator sphere. Some people might know this guy. Don't know this guy. Don't know these females here. Yeah, don't know these females here. I only know Odd Ones Out because of his cartoons, but his cartoons are boring now, so I don't know him anymore. And I don't know this guy. Don't know either of the... Well, actually, no, I think that might be a phase person here, but I still don't know who he is. And now we get to the final two fights that people actually might enjoy. And let me tell you right now, this fight right here is specifically... Here, I'm going to change back. These two here are specifically for the Minecraft audience, for the baby child Minecraft audience. All right, you know Junie, one of the members from my group, Junie, she really liked the Dream SMP for a while. This would be this is the fight that her demographic would go for. All right, so I believe that they got Sapnap and Tubbo specifically for the Dream people, but not for Dream himself, because Dream is an icky guy, so they're not going to invite Dream in there. And then up at the top, for the third time in a row, you got Harley Mornstein, and then this other guy who I don't know. Tubbo is done for. Yeah, I just, these guys, I don't get it. Akko's having fun with the new overall. Oh yeah, I love this new overlay. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I don't know what iDubbbz is thinking. Inviting people that nobody knows and nobody cares about. People will tune in potentially for this fight right here. All right? People may join in for this fight right here. But I'm going to tell you right now. Do you want to know something that's crazy and missing, chat? Do you want to know who's missing from that? It's iDubbbz. iDubbbz is not fighting this year. He made a whole spiel about how he's not fighting anymore. He's done with the boxing scene. He's not giving any more attention to it whatsoever. So I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like that's going to make him lose a lot of attention, because iDubbbz is the reason that people come. All right. Like, obviously there's other people that would be interesting, but iDubbbz was the reason that people came. They wanted to see him get his shit kicked in. They need to hold off until they can get more known people. They have no known... Okay, here's the thing. Who would they suggest? Like, chat, I guarantee to you, you suggest somebody to me, and I will tell you that they will not work with that person. All right? Because iDubbbz is so averse to controversy that he will not work with a lot of creators that are even slightly edgy. Everybody in the commentary sphere? Fuck no. Dream, like I said, absolutely not. You know, you suggest a person, and I can tell you, they probably are too edgy. All right? Too edgy for iDubbbz. Although, the one couple that I think a lot of people would see, but will never happen, that I think even iDubbbz suggested, was Hassan versus H3H3. I think Hassan even, or not Hassan, iDubbbz even suggested that. Like I told you, chat, I think that iDubbbz is trying to get into the Hassan court, okay? Would Wendigoon be too edgy? Yes, Wendigoon is too edgy. Why? Because Wendigoon has more traditional Christian conservative values. He is too edgy for iDubbbz. I'm sorry, he just is. That's not me being mean. That's just a fact of the matter. He's too edgy for iDubbbz. Destiny? Oh no! Listen, Destiny is done. Absolutely not. Destiny is done. He'll never get invited. If he gets invited to shit, people have no morals or values, in my personal opinion. Hassan versus Sam Hyde. Again, that would be fantastic. Sell out an entire stadium. Won't happen. Won't happen. Because they're too edgy, they are boxing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We have to be super duper ooh light-hearted. If you know what I mean. So, you know. These people just don't want that, you know. Wendigoon would never do a fight? Probably not. Probably not. And here I was thinking that Wendigoon was as milquetoast as you could get. Wendigoon is pretty milquetoast. But because he's a Christian conservative, a lot of people refuse to touch him. RTU versus the Quartering. Now that's a fight I would see. However, you won't get either of them because the Quartering now is anti-woke and RTU is too woke. Like that's just not going to happen. Well, actually, you might get RTU, but there's nobody for RTU to fight. RTU versus PPP. PPP is toxic to the touch. You can't get him in there. You'll never ever see PPP in the ring. PewDiePie versus Markiplier. You can't have PewDiePie. PewDiePie is a Nazi, according to these people. PewDiePie is a Yahtzee, so you can't have him in there. Yippee versus everyone. Okay, chat. The Yippee would win. Somebody asked if I would do it, if I would jump in there for charity. Yeah, if you paid my bills for a whole year so that I could do nothing but train, fuck yeah. I know that a lot of these people got $20,000 to go to training. Hell yeah, I would do that. Go get my ass kicked by, I don't know who I would, but I will get my ass kicked for $20,000. Just go to my main job and then 3 days out of the week get 20 grand to train and box. Hell yes. Dude, I would totally do that. That would like massively help me. Would iDubbbz get praise of shadows? I don't know who that is. Whoever punches Destiny probably needs to wash their hands afterwards. Yippee versus Broccoli. Now that's a hard one. That is a hard one. Hold on a moment. I don't know. Who would I fight if I could pick? My nemesis. Although my nemesis would have to, I think me and my nemesis would be a little bit out of our own weight classes. But it would be my nemesis. Definitely. That'd be funny. It was what it would be. And let me just say, for the people that are gonna clip this and show it to the nemesis, alright, it would be for charity. It would be for charity, alright? Anissa versus Alyssa Mercante. That wouldn't happen because they would suck each other off too much. Anyway. I imagine that I would talk about this for more than a couple minutes anyway. But yeah, so Creator Clutch 3 is happening. People in the H3 sphere are refunding their tickets. Why? Because their tickets, they don't want to support people that don't support their favorite creator anymore. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. When you say you don't like a certain creator anymore, people tend to stop supporting you. Or vice versa or whatever. That's why, like, Mizu versus Earth updates. Oh, Mizu would win, hands down. Hands down. Lum versus Alara. No, it'd be me versus Alara. Although Alara is one of my other nemesi. I don't know if that would be nice, though, because they'll be hitting a real woman. I don't know how I feel about that. Nuxtaku versus Hassan? No, it would be Nuxtaku versus Mudahar. Wasn't there a lot of drama about Mercante bailing out of a fight she picked? If you're talking about the court case, it's not over yet. I don't have very many updates for that. Jason Thor versus Billy Mitchell. Now that's a fight to definitely see. Lumi versus Feet. Oh, you know that Lumi would lose that one. You know Lumi would lose that one. Anyway, we're gonna move on from the boxing stuff here because I could probably talk about it all night. I have one other thing before we get to Pirate Software because again, like Pirate Software is the big thing for tonight, but I wanted to have a bunch of little things as well. For this one, I'm actually gonna turn on the segment recording here because I do think that I'm gonna turn this into a video here. Let me just hit the record button. There we go. Okay. So, chat. Here, I'm going to zoom in as well. Oh, wrong tab. I zoomed in on the wrong tab. Chat, tonight we're going to talk about Chibi reviews. I know of Chibi reviews. I know that he gets himself into a lot of drama. Not really his fault in any of these cases. He's just kind of existing and people don't like him. And so because of that, a lot of crazy, stupid stuff has happened to Chibi reviews recently. If I remember correctly, somebody hacked a bunch of his old social media, including a DeviantArt, where in order to try and prove that Chibi was a predator, they decided to put CSAM on his DeviantArt account and say, see, look at this account. It has CSAM on it. And then it was proven that people broke in and put it there. And it's just like, wait a minute. Why do you have that on? Why are you the one that's uploading that? It's kind of telling a little bit more about yourself there, buddy. But anyway, so Chibi has been going through a lot of it. He's actually raising money for a lawsuit right now. And a lot of people have been coming to his defense and donating to try and help him get back. However, there has been some controversy in regards to him, a recent appearance where he appeared on a podcast with a couple of other people. One of which, I know at least one of which, a lot of people were very critical of him for appearing on, and that is going to be the main topic of today's of this bit here. So from the Yeet account, which again you guys should follow the Yeet account. Yeet account helps to capture live streaming fails for us. I refuse to go on Reddit now, so Yeet does a really good job at doing this for us. But Yeet reported on back on the 4th. Tectone started a podcast with some, quote, controversial figures in the anime community, and appears the fan bases are conflicted. And we'll talk about why the fan bases are conflicted here in a moment. Chibi Reviews, quote, sets the record straight and says Tectone has been kind, pushes back at the idea he's been, quote, trapped, and he was one of the few content creators that actively talked about my situation and helped me in regards to Tectone. And so I feel like we should read these here in its entirety, and then we can talk about for a few minutes why a lot of people that are on Chibi's side, or at the very least who were on Chibi's side, were upset with this. Quote from Chibi Reviews, just going to set the record straight again since some have missed it. Tectone has continued to be kind to me, and those thinking he's going to trap me makes me sad. As I've said before, he was immense help with all the drama over these last few months. He's one of the few content creators that actively talked about my situation and helped me. He didn't need to get involved and potentially get attacked, but he did anyways. People want me to be antagonistic towards someone that has been nothing but kind towards me. I refuse to do that. I don't return kindness with evil. It's not how I was raised as a kid, and I refuse to change my stance on that. If you come to hate me for hanging out with him, then it is what it is. We definitely won't always agree on topics, but that's how some humans are. Nicholas Light TV is another one that has been supportive too. He didn't need to jump in the fire for me, but did always. Long story short, I refuse to spit in the face of those who do me great kindness. Call me an asshole for it, but that's just how I am. And he replies, quoting the Tectone post here. It continues on saying, I figured I was going to get heat no matter what I did in the podcast, but I said my piece and it's fiction in the stream. Nothing I can do besides reinstate my points. I kept it respect and let people talk. I brought up a lot of points as well for examples on Uzaki and Tatsumaki. And a random fan responds by saying, I'm a fan of you. If a random person posted what you did and Tectone saw, he called them a pedo and sick his audience. That's where some of us are coming from. But because you are a CC, he's chill. He is known for letting stuff slide if it's his friends, but that's just hypocrisy. And that, chat, is why a lot of people are upset about this here. We'll get to what Tectone here said in a moment. But a lot of people are upset because Tectone has a history, a proven history, where he has come out time and time and time again to talk about things in regards to lolly characters in gacha games and call people losers and horrible people. And he has gotten in a lot of drama with the lolly community because of all of the things that he has talked about. Now, me personally, I don't have an opinion. However, I know for a fact a lot of people, especially people that I know follow Chibi and like Chibi and sympathize with Chibi because of his opinions that were not happy that he decided to go with Tectone, and we're not happy when Chibi said, well, he's my friend and my friend is nice to me, so that should be good enough. And it's just like, well, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Because for a lot of people, it's just like, again, accurately pointed out by this Twitter user here, saying that if Chibi was anybody else, if Chibi was any other kind of individual, Tectone would be mogging him and would be calling him names. And so a lot of people were very upset with Chibi. I don't know if he has lost a significant amount of support, but I do know, at the very least, seeing the comments on Twitter and a couple of other places, that people are not happy that Chibi decided to walk into a room, at least virtually, with Tectone. I understand that homies are crazy, but the real one stands on business. Yes. Yes, pretty much. So it is really interesting to me. This is the second time, and I'm not going to mention the first time here, but this is the second time I've seen somebody say, oh, Tectone is fine. Tectone's not a bad person. Listen, all that other weird crap shit that he's done, all the other shit where he's defamed other content creators and started drama with other people, that's fine. Do you want to know why that's fine? Because he's nice to me. Because he's nice to me. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, listen. Listen. Sure. Tectone, you can enjoy Tectone. You can enjoy his content. I really don't care. And if you're friends with him, great. But if at the same time, when your principles are being violated and you look at him and say, he's nice to me, so I'm just going to let it slide, I have less sympathy for you if later down the line he betrays you. Because from the looks of it, from the little information that I've seen, just listening to stuff about Tectone over the last couple of years, he does that a lot. He does that a lot. He's a bad person. Yes, I believe that Tectone is not like a great person. And the amount of people that I've seen that have views that would go against him, that are just like, oh, he's nice to me, so I have not a bad thing to say about him. And it's just like, really? Okay. I get, all right. But yeah, like I said, this is the second person I've seen where they're like, oh, Tectone's not a bad person. Why? Because he was nice to me. Okay. That's like me saying, if for whatever reason I met Hassan and I tell people, guys, listen, Hassan might be a terrorist supporter, but he's really nice to me. So I can't say anything bad about him. All right. I can't say anything bad about him because he's nice to me. And it's just like, okay. Okay. Anyway, here, we're going to read what he said when it came to talking about the podcast. I'm ambivalent on Tectone. Yeah. I hear he plays a character while streaming. That's not a really good defense if that's what the viewers see. No, I don't think that really is a good defense. I'm going to be honest with you. Calling people predators or saying that people that like certain lollies predators is not a good character to play. If you're claiming that that's a character, all right? If you're playing that that's a character, I think you're a shit person. Because, like, again, here's a defense that I will always say, or excuse me, here's the thing that I will always say, and I will stand by till the ends of time. You cannot call somebody a pedophile blatantly because of how horrible that is. In my personal opinion, it's on the same level of killing somebody. Well, and the reason why I believe that is if somebody is a confirmed predator, you are aiming a loaded gun at a person, all right? You are aiming a loaded weapon and firing at them, okay? So when you call somebody a predator, you have to be okay with the fact that they could potentially die from you accusing them of that, because so many people are so vitriolically disgusted by actual predators that that some people will commit violence. So I have a policy that I try very hard to keep. even when it comes to some lolicons that are okay with the map stuff, I'm very careful. But you cannot blatantly throw that out there unless you're willing for that person to die. You're okay with that potential. And if you're not okay with that potential, I don't think you should say it. And in my personal opinion, you commit defamation if you call somebody that. And if it leads to real world harm, I think you should be held responsible. I'm not sure this is the same Chibi. This is Chibi Reviews. The guy that is going through a lot of doxing and shit. It's the worst thing you can call someone? Yes. In my personal opinion, it is the worst thing you can call somebody. So, pretty sure Tectone isn't talking about Chibi Doki. No, this is Chibi Reviews, not Chibi Doki. The other Chibi is Chibi Necodemics. It's not those two. We're talking about Chibi Reviews. Tectone is proof you should gatekeep your hobbies. I agree. Even being called a Nazi does less harm. Nobody cares about being called a Nazi anymore. Listen, how many times, not often, thankfully, excuse me, but you know how many times people have called me one? Not very often, but like people still do. People call my whole podcast that, and guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You know what's funny is whenever somebody calls me a Nazi, I get more followers. From some of them weird me out, but some of them are like okay people. Because when you call somebody a Nazi these days, they look at you and you're like, you look like a normal person to me, and it just puts your name out there. But anyway, back to the Tectone stuff. The point I'm trying to make is you cannot call somebody a predator unless you're ready to shoot, basically. Okay? And Tectone is one of those people that waters down the term and likes to harm, and I do believe it does bring harm to people in some small ways because of that. And so the fact that Chibi Reviews, again, is okay with this man after that, it bothers me. Okay? It bothers me. It's not enough for me to say that he doesn't deserve support, because I do believe that Chibi does deserve support from what he's been going through, because Chibi has been going through a lot of BS, in my personal opinion. All right? But he needs to understand, because a lot of people are kind of ringing at him, and he's kind of getting upset at it. But what he has to understand is there's a reason why people are upset. And the reason is that Tectone doesn't respect other people that fit in Chibi's like corner. And if Chibi's not willing to stand up for that, then he's kind of a hypocrite. Just kind of. So, there's not really much else to say about that. I will go ahead and read this here from Tectone, but there really isn't a whole much more to say about that. Like legitimately, Chibi, this goes out to you. You know how Tectone acts around other people, or what he says about other people. And if you're okay with that, you are being a hypocrite, in my personal opinion. Okay, let's read these tweets. Today's podcast went better than expected. I appreciate everyone bringing in their own perspective, and even when there were disagreements, everyone handled it maturely. Very glad to be able to discuss such topics and have my chat be very respectful as well. Big respect to Chibi coming on as well. I knew a lot of eyes were on him, and he did great. I see some people giving him heat. Lay off the guy. He did great. Thanks to everyone who showed up. Let me know who you want on next. And he replies to this one tweet here. I didn't have it pulled up, but the tweet says, I don't care what anybody says. Tectone is a horrible human being hiding behind morally good and always kind mask until the day you do something wrong, he will completely backstab you and leave you to rot. And Tectone replies by saying, so what you're saying is I'm terrible because behind the scenes people say I'm morally good and always kind off stream. Genuinely question before you block me and before you block me. I highly doubt I believe that he blocked him because Tectone blocks everybody who mentions his name in a negative light. Genuine question before you block me and continue spreading this hate narrative. Name one person that I was kind to that I've backstabbed in the back. Now, I don't have the names off the top of my head, but there have been people that I do recall that he has been nice to, and then he just stabs them in the back. So, I'm sure I'll include that in the edited version of this. But, like, I don't believe that Tectone is a nice person. I believe that it is situational. I believe that he does whatever he can for the most outrage because it is accurate that he likes to farm outrage. He does it all the time. And again, to the people that are just like, oh, he's nice to me, you're a fucking idiot. You're just a big idiot, in my personal opinion. Respectfully, I wouldn't place Tectone in the same place, even near Hassan Piker. I can't agree with that comparison. I mean, fair. Fair enough. I don't know who I would place it next to then. I don't know. I don't know. Not Destiny. Not Destiny. M-Tash? I don't know who that is. I'm not going to say who the other person is. All I know is I've heard them say that Tectone was nice to them, so they're not willing to call him out on his bullshit, even though they know that he goes against them. At this point, you should know better. Yes. Tectone feigns kindness until he wants to exploit someone. Yes. Anyway. That was basically the two little things I wanted to cover before we get on to the main topic. All right. So, if you were here, if you are here because of the Pirate Software stuff, we're going to get into that now. What did Tectone do? He started a podcast and invited Chibi reviews on, and Chibi kind of became a hypocrite because of it. That's it. All right. We're going to move on to the Pirate Software stuff. When last we talked about Pirate Software chat, we were going over the false DMCAs that Pirate Software had done on the creator of a little idle simulator game called Idle Streaming Bonanza, which I believe I have not actually looked. I should have done this. There's a lot of I should have done's here. Let me look real quickly. When Steam wants to load real quickly. Let's see. It is, oh, there it is. It is not out yet, but it is coming soon. The game Idle Streaming Bonanza, a game made by Brandon Ferrantino. When last we talked about him, Pirate Software had DMCA struck a game off of Steam that did not have his voice or did not have pictures of him in it. And the only reason he did is because Brandon Ferrantino had put up on Reddit that he had a snapshot for a game that he was making where he included audio of Pirate Software, of Jason Thorhall, during his infamous clip that he did where he roached out and ran away from people. Okay? So that was when last we met during the sphere of Pirate Software. In between then and now, there has been some things that have happened. So we're going to talk about those today. There's some videos that we're going to play, and then we're going to talk about some more DMCAing stuff that went on that oddly did involve him, but did not actually involve him. And we'll get to what that means here. But first, chat. I would like to show you that in between then and now, I have been blocked by Pirate Software, which I don't know if this is because I mentioned him on Twitter once saying that I was going to talk about him or what. But he has blocked me on Twitter. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't really mind either way because I don't really like him that much as an individual anymore. I think that some of the stuff he does is good, but I don't really like him as an individual anymore. So this doesn't really bother me. This doesn't really bother me, in my personal opinion. But that is what happened first. What happened next is a lot of allegations about him resurfaced, most of them probably coming from the farms, about how there was potentially inappropriate stuff that had happened with a minor during his time in Second Life. And with all of that coming to the surface, he made a video about it. Now, this video, which we are going to play here in its entirety, is him addressing all of the drama, except for one. There's one drama that happened over the last couple of weeks that he chooses not to address. I'm sure you guys know which one he chooses not to address, because it is the one thing that actually kills his reputation, in my personal opinion. It is the one thing that you can actually pin him on that he chose not to talk about. And that is the thing that is most funny, in my personal opinion. So, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna go through this. Let me guess, he's a furry? Yes, he's a furry. I'm sure he'll talk about that. But we're gonna go through this. We're gonna scroll through this, and all of you get to enjoy in its beauty anything for content, his video. Really quickly, before we continue again, please make sure to like. I know there's like 200 people in the chat right now. If you could, please leave a like really quickly before you leave. Very much appreciated. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the video.
Hey everybody, there's a whole lot of weird statements and allegations and content nukes.
Can I just say really quickly, why the hell is his camera not better? Is this as good as it gets?
Hey everybody.
Yeah, it is as good as... Oh my gosh. Man's a millionaire, and he has a camera that bad.
A lot of weird statements and allegations and content nukes and all this kind of stuff being levied against me, and I've refuted those things in many different locations on the internet, but I thought it'd be good to put together this video so you guys had it all in one location, because people are fighting over little pieces of information and ones that they hadn't heard and all of this kind of stuff everywhere that they can. So if I put it all in one...
Well, let's be insane as clapped seal. I don't know what clapped seal is. Insane weirdo. Internet weirdos never beat the furry allegations. Did I see what Destiny said about DJ Daniel? I did. We can talk about that. Somebody remind me. Actually, I'll pull it up in the background when we're watching this here, but I do remember seeing that, yes. I always give you a like. I appreciate that.
One location.
He's on low
Much easier
budget.
for you guys to find everything.
This man owns a 501c3 or some sort of charity. I can't remember which. This man owns a charity for ferrets. All right. He hopes to run, another content creator's game company. Or not run, but like he's the director of some shit in another dude's game company. This man should have enough money to get a nice quality camera. All right, like the camera I use was like a couple $100, and it's fantastic. So he can spare the money on a camera, in my personal opinion. If he can buy a Rode camera or Rode boom arm for his massive looking mic, he should be able to buy a nice camera, in my personal opinion.
And then you can just divert people to this instead. Much easier. And no, I'm not going to monetize this video. I just want to get this out there so you guys can actually see what the hell is going on the other side. Number 1, Maldavius Fig Tree. This is the character that everyone's talking about. You'll actually see this posted all over the internet with people trying to use it as some kind of a gotcha against me. Except this character's never been secret. I talk about it all the time on stream, and I usually refer to Second Life, which is where this character resides, as an adult version of Roblox. And this character isn't just used in Second Life either. In fact, I've used it in other games. Kill the Moon is a demo that I never ended up releasing because it kind of sucks. It was fun to build, something kind of a side thing. Took us maybe 2 months actually. To do, and it was a good exercise, kind of like doing a game jam. But there's the character. I use him everywhere because it's my cool old object head character.
So I think the thing that's important to point out here is when a lot of people were starting to talk about Thor, they were bringing up this name, Maldavius Fig Tree, as like a gotcha from his old life. And one of the reasons he will talk about in this, but like they used it as a gotcha because she's like, oh, this is your past life. Aren't you ashamed of it? And I don't think he is ashamed of it. So, you know, so let me say, by the way, one thing that kind of bothers me. This happens all the time with drama, people that want to report on drama that don't know what they're looking for. When a content creator is in drama, the last thing that you want to do is give them an easy out when it comes to their drama. The Maldavius Fig Tree is an easy out for him to come out and say, look at all of these people. They are weird and crazy, and they're putting something on me that does not matter. By the way, I'm going to move myself just a little bit here so you can kind of see him. There we go. Well, he's... I'm not moving myself anymore. But like, this is an easy gotcha that he can point out and say, this is bullshit. and people will strengthen their like if you want to take down a person, this is not the thing you want to bring up, because this is an easy way for him to say these people are crazy, and people will strengthen their resolve to not hate him. So this is not what you want to do.
And I like that kind of a thing. With that in mind, the allegations that were brought against me were pretty goddamn heavy, but they're also not the first time they've been brought against me. The first time was in August of 2024, where I had to put out this announcement that's still up in the news channel on our Discord. I said, apparently some people believe that I ripped off an underage artist 16 years ago. That artist went by Wingless at the time and is now known as Mameface on Twitter. They were 17 and I was 19 when all of this went down, and no, we never did anything sexual together. We made avatars in Second Life and our work was really popular. And by really popular, I mean we were one of like the top 3 avatar creators at the time. The two of us made about $5,000 to $10,000 US every month doing this. They did all the models.
Can I just say, man, did I decide to go into the wrong... I wish I went into 3D modeling so I could make a 3D model so I could sell those. He is friends with Bao. Yes, he is. Yes, I mean, here's the thing, chat. All of the big creators are friends with each other. That's just something to know. But yeah, this was something that a lot of people, and I let me tell you, a lot of people brought up the underage artist thing, and I didn't report on it. I was interested. I was kind of tempted, but the more I listened to the stuff talking about it, the more I was like, this is not good enough to talk about. There is too shaky. I asked the lawyer elf, and she's like, this isn't good enough. This isn't good enough. And so it's kind of low. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit. So when it came to the underage stuff, I knew that this was too shaky to report on because there wasn't conclusive stuff. There was just a bunch of he said, she said with no actual supporting documents or anything, no pictures or whatever. So I never touched this because I knew that if I touched this, there was a chance that it could come back and be wrong and it could go against me. So it's just one of those things where I was like, we're going to stick to the one thing I can get him on, and that is the DMCA, because that is solid proof.
Models, and I did all the programming in LSL. This is part of me being a freelancer back in the day before my career really took off. We had a falling out over pay splits, and Wingless open sourced our work. Wingless wanted 80-20. Our agreement was 50-50. When I said no, Wingless took all of our stuff, sent it out to the entire world with full permissions. Second Life has a permission system where you can change the permissions that the next user has, and by checking all of the boxes, they had free reign to distribute, modify, and copy our work infinitely. They never got fired, they quit on their own and did this on the way out. Tabloids at the time do what tabloids do. We were kind of a big deal in the game at the time for the avatars we were selling, so they made extreme and idiotic statements and took the side of just the artists without reaching out to me. These tabloids still exist, and people are starting to dig them up now. That's it. This is 20-year-old drama. Now here's the interesting part. Mame and I made up 4 to 5 years later. We've been best friends ever since. You can actually reach out to them to confirm any of this. We've been talking about them coming on.
Yeah, this is the part where all of the underage artist stuff falls apart because they made up. And I believe that there are certain places where he can say, hey, this is that person, and that person confirms it. So again, like, I didn't know any of this, which is why I didn't report on it, because this is not an easy gotcha. What did I miss? We're going through this video right now. We're learning all the good stuff here. We're starting off with him talking about his Second Life arc, all that good stuff. And again, there's a lot of interesting bits in here. I'm going to be honest with you. Again, chat, all of the stuff that is mentioned in this, some of it is actually good and refutable. When we get to the Heartbound stuff, I'm going to have some opinions on it. When we get to the Nepo baby, it's kind of whatever. Voice changer, that's a weak one. And then the cheating in games, that's also a weak one in my personal opinion. But a lot of this stuff that he's going to cover, none of it is the actual stuff that is important. All of it is the easy shit that people decided to recirculate, that he could say, ha, that's not true. Here's all the reasons why it's not true. And then everybody looks like an idiot because everybody decided to report on it.
On stream to stop this tide of idiocy, because this isn't the first time. This isn't even the second time. This has happened for years. People try to do it all the time to try and take me down, and the two of us always shut it down together because it's wrong. It's completely wrong. And it's using Wingless, or Mameface, as a weapon to try to bludgeon me when we're friends. And if you don't believe me, well, let's just go look at it together. Here's the post by Wingless. Mameface. I'm Wingless. I really was 17. And nothing sexual happened. If anything had happened, I would have outed him in 2008. See, there's the problem. They made this post publicly on the internet, and people didn't care. In fact, they also made this post publicly on YouTube, on the content nuke for this, and people didn't care. They tried to say that Wingless was actually a sock puppet account of mine, except Mameface's account here is from 2013. And then they tried to say, oh, oh, well, maybe.
I don't really feel like it's a good enough defense. It's kind of just whatever. But again, none of this matters. All right, I can speculate and say that none of that matters. It just doesn't matter at this point. At this point, if something did happen, so many people have ruined this by talking about it in the wrong way that he can swipe it off forever and nobody's going to care. All right, he could be an ultra uber predator and it doesn't matter because people mishandled this, so I don't care about it anymore. And I just hope that that's not the case.
Maybe it's him anyway, and he's just been playing the long game. The goalposts keep shifting, but we keep providing evidence. From there, somebody actually did try to impersonate Mameface with a Wingless Emoto YouTube account. The only account they ever had before was Wingless Chimera, and the reason why is because Wingless Emoto is a Second Life name. Emoto is the last name that you could choose from a list of names to put on your character, kind of like mine had Figtree. And at the time, there was no way to change this. Their handle was never Wingless Emoto. It was Wingless Chimera and now Mameface. And when the internet inevitably brings this up in another 3 months to 6 months, I'll just show them this video because we've refuted this time and time again. And the two of us are still friends after almost 2 decades. You're not going to kill that. And you're not going to kill me with these allegations. Now for the second one, Asmongold.
Again, this is a nothing burger as well. When he talks about the Asmongold stuff, he's going to talk about why he went on to Asmongold, and he's going to say that people are stupid for getting upset for the fact that he went on to talk about Asmongold. This is, again, just a nothing burger. He couldn't leave the YIF behind. No, he couldn't.
We went on Asmongold's stream, and I talked about a game called Ashes of Creation. People feel betrayed that I talked to Asmongold in the first place because they feel like his ideals will somehow seep into our community, and they are inherently negative. They also feel very angry because a lot of people in the comments on things like Twitter were going and attacking them, and they feel like that's somehow a core part of our community. So let's get into that. This video came out from a content creator called Narc. The reason that I had the conversation with Asmongold in the first place is because of this. As you can see, it shows a desert that's kind of, well, drab and empty. Narc's video talks about how he felt betrayed by the developers, and he felt like the game was a scam, and he showcased this desert as an example of those feelings, saying the desert had not been completed and that there was nothing there. He had actually misrepresented the content here. You see, this is the very edge of the map in an area that's not finished in a very early alpha version of the game. And in the game today, still in alpha, it looks like this. And it's really, really cool.
You know what's crazy? I know these mountains. These are shapes that you can find in Satisfactory. Probably use the same engine to build all their stuff too. It's not an issue. I'm just saying that's really funny that these mountains here are very similar to the Satisfactory ones. That's funny.
Cool looking. By misrepresenting that on Asmongold's stream, he actually set the tone to 50,000 plus people. Now, to understand how big of a deal that is, Ashes of Creation's primary Discord only has about 100,000 members. Our community is about 20,000 of those. We play this game all the time. So I'm very invested in wanting to play this. I really enjoy this game, as do many other members of our community. And the moment those calls went out saying the game was a scam, Asmongold's chat started to fill up with people echoing that sentiment. Because they had...
They're mountains? Yes, they're mountains, but I swear I've seen the same shape and textures before. Same assets? No, I think it's just the same shape and textures. Which is fine, I don't mind. It's just something autistic that I'm pointing out.
No other information. Right after this, Asmongold had on Stephen Sharif, the creative director for the game. And he showed off the desert to the best of his ability and refuted the claims. The problem was, some of the people in chat were still saying, oh, that's fake, that's the developer, he's lying just to get money. So I went on, reached out to Asmongold, and said, hey, I've had 500 hours in this, come and talk to me. And he had me on. We talked about it for about an hour, and I produced this video that's about 35 minutes long as a result of that. And the whole thing is me basically talking about the game, and Asmongold saying, That's kind of the whole thing. It's like a live react video. If you've ever seen his content, you understand what I'm talking about. There's nothing in here that's inflammatory. There's nothing in here that promotes hateful rhetoric, as people have been claiming, and this is all very mundane. So right after I put this out, a lot of people were really angry. So I had to put out a statement about it. I said, a lot of people are mad that I talked to Asmongold recently about Ashes of Creation. I can see all of your comments and messages about this through YouTube and here on Twitter. In this instance, another creator made a disparaging video about the game, and Asmon didn't have enough...
So it's important, and I think what's funny is I do believe that his community, I don't think it's necessarily political, but like with a lot of big streamers on Twitch, I believe that his community leans more in one direction than the other. And so because of that, I don't know how much he realizes that him talking about this actually goes against a lot of his community, or a good chunk of his community. that are also part of the same communities as a lot of those other big creators. And so he's really talking to his audience and saying, fuck off, I'll talk to Asmongold if I want to, which is very funny. He's talking to bald Voldemort. Yes, he did.
Of game knowledge to talk about it
Hey,
because
Voldemort's
he
already
hasn't
bald.
had the chance to play it. So this immediately makes the audience have a negative opinion of something with nobody there to say otherwise. I have over 500 hours in the game and refuted the video by the other creator. As Asmon's channel was the flashpoint for this, it makes sense to talk to him about the situation and clear the air of bullshit. We did this live on Twitch the same day it happened. In the internet of today, if you don't say something, then the room will fill up with people who do. I chose to help set the record straight on this, and I'm glad to have done so. If you want to...
It's kind of funny that he says that, but then when people start to make narratives about the DMCA, he has nothing to say.
Cancel me for this, for talking to him, that's fine, but I would do this again given the chance. The developers don't deserve unwarranted hate, and I would do this again given the chance. The reason why is because as many people on the internet tried to state I was platforming him and his ideals by doing this, his community is massive compared to ours. If you have all of those people with a negative sentiment about the game and they have absolutely no other information to refute it, they're just going to go trash the game. And I don't think those developers deserve that level of hate.
Stands against game preservation? Yes. Give it a moment. There it goes. There it goes. So, games preservation was one of them. Okay. And the DMCA was another. Two things. When he realized he could not control the narrative on both of those things, he just completely stopped talking about them. Period. Period. Or God. Game is trash on its own. I have not seen Ashes of Creation. I probably never will. Probably never will. I got too many things I got to try anyway. And I gotta be interested in games anyway first. So, but like, those are the only two times, these are the only two things he doesn't refute. Why? Because he can't. Because he knows that if he tries, he will get mocked by people who know more than him. But I will eat my words if he does actually talk about game preservation. But I don't think games preservation is anywhere in this because he just stopped talking about it.
Whatsoever. And if I have an opportunity to fix that before it becomes, terrible and out of hand, then why wouldn't I take that opportunity? For those of you who think that I gained money from this or anything like that, I didn't. This was not a financially advisable thing to do. People are pissed about me taking a stance on that, but I think it's the right thing to do. If you see something that's false, say something about it. And if you don't like that I talk to him about it, that's fine. If your whole entire idea here is to try to take down Asmongold, and the only way you can think to do that is by coming after me for having a conversation about a video game, you're not going to get that accomplished, and it doesn't make any sense. From there, I've had to put out another one, and I was kind of pissed about it.
Again, he is right. He is definitely right. Going after him because if he talked to him, it's not going to do anything.
So I originally deleted my first post because I basically just said, this is why I did it. I'd do it again. It's a little crass for me, so I deleted the comment. Under those circumstances, I would have absolutely had that conversation again. Prior to me being on with him, another creator was there defaming the developers and the game we talked about. As Asmongold didn't have an understanding of the game, he couldn't refute the claims. It was being bashed to 50,000 plus people, which is a death sentence for games of this size and at this early alpha stage of development. And by the way, these are the types of allegations that have been brought about it for years. And after we had that talk, they've all but disappeared. We barely ever get those types of statements in chat.
He is very much right. This is one of the things I do agree with. He is correct. I don't know nothing about that game, so I'm not going to comment on the game, whether or not it's good or bad or whatever. Also, really quickly, Young Fly Alpha, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. But like, this will probably be one of the only times I agree with him during the video. Maybe.
Not anymore.
When it comes to the bullshit things, I will probably agree with him. But this is one of the times where it's like, I'm 100% on his side.
Really nice now that air has been cleared. So it had a definitive positive effect on the sentiment for the game. So to reach out to Asmon, as I have 500 hours in this is just a repetition of the same stuff. But threads like this are just filled with people that are bashing me for just having the conversation. I don't think anyone should ever be restricted from having a normal conversation about normal things. I think the idea of going after someone for guilt by association is really dangerous. You can be mad at me for things that are real, but if you're mad at me because I spoke to someone that you disagree with, this is going to get really out of hand really quick. quickly. And I don't want that kind of environment, and our community is definitely not that kind of environment. You can and should be able to speak to anyone about anything that you want to. And if people are going to go off the deep end to attack you for that, we're more cooked than I thought. Heartbound,
Okay.
the indie game that I worked.
Really quickly, this is the part where I will have a lot of interesting things to say about him. This is where he talks about Heartbound. Now, for those that don't know, when he started streaming, okay, kind of hard to agree with Thor when his community is the ones who do it. Yeah, that's for him to deal with. He decided to lay in that bed with getting it in with Asmongold. It's kind of like when Trash Taste has Hassan on. Only it's not the same because Asmongold's not a terrorist sympathizer. Asmongold is just Asmongold. Same kind of like parallel though. But anyway, when he started really streaming a lot, one of the things that Thor did was code Heartbound. Okay? When he got famous, he stopped coding Heartbound. This is something where Expert Armchair does a stream talking about this. And so I'm going to rely on some of the points that I heard from him. But like, when Thor was programming a lot for Heartbound, it was on stream. It was all on stream. There was a point where he stopped. Now, I'm not going to say why, because he explains it. But there's a point when he stops. And I don't know, if any, he programs on stream anymore. And I think the reasons, while they make sense to me in one way, I still think they're shit in another. So let's go here.
Work on. People are currently review bombing this. They're very upset, and I can understand why.
Which you should not do, by the way. Also, thank you, Steam. Thank you, Steam. You want to know why they're review bombing this game? Beyond the fact that he has done some of the stupid shit he has, it's because, one, this game is in early access and should have been released because he promised for the game to be released multiple years ago. But this game hasn't had an update in 13 months. He has not touched the back end of this game on Steam in 13 months. Okay? That is why people are upset. Because Steam finally revealed the last time you touched this game. At least updated something on Steam.
In some of those cases, I haven't worked on the game for the last year. I could have communicated going on and why this all happened. People seem to really like this. It's sitting at 4K likes on it. It's got about 93,000 views, and most of the people inside of the core...
What are the dislikes? You can show us the dislikes. I don't know why he doesn't show us the dislikes. So he pulled the grums? Kind of, yeah.
Community were really excited about the prospect of the game coming out now. And we have it all listed in timestamps for everything that's going on there and why we're doing all of this kind of stuff. With that in mind, this led to the review bomb, but it didn't stop me from working on it. On February 1st, I released the first patch, just like I said I was going to. We put out the patch notes for it. I made another...
Great. Fantastic. I'm glad that you put out a patch for it.
Announcement on the Discord, and I plan to make the next patch.
You still waited a year to do it.
March 1st. In fact, I work on it all the time.
Whoa. Okay, he said March 1st. Okay. He said March 1st, chat. We're going to test something here. He did! He did! Last updated, March 2nd. Look at that. Twitch feed died again? I'm sorry to hear that. Look at that, chat. He did actually do it. That is fantastic. So he is actually updating monthly now. Let me go into the update patches. Okay, so he updated last Sunday. Then it was on February 1st. Then in January 19th. Awesome. Before that, it was nearly 8 months. Look at that. That is insane. That is really insane. That is why people are upset with him, by the way. What is the game looking at right now? It's still mixed. By the way, my personal opinion, do not review bomb games. That is very dumb. Kind of stupid, in my personal opinion. Don't do that. If you do have legitimate concerns about the game, then you can rate it negatively, but don't do that. It's very dumb. YouTube keeps choking. Unsure if it's me. I don't know how to fix that. Unfortunately. It is getting to the time where my internet technically resets, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to continue here. So, he is actually, at the very least, for 3 months, honoring his agreement to update it monthly. Great. I think he's updating it so he doesn't have the warning issued on it. I definitely agree that that's part of it. Because when Steam says your game might be a scam because you haven't updated it in a while, I would definitely get on it.
Earlier, this is part of the new environment.
Nearly pulled a Yandere dev. Chat, you want to know what's funny? This is kind of a side note, but apparently, according to some people, his coding is worse than Yandere devs. I don't know how true that is, but apparently it is.
Environment that I'm putting together to be able to get this out to the rest of the public on March 1st. There's a lot of dialogue in here, and it's the end of a chapter, so there's a huge amount of stuff that I have to do. I've also updated the Heartbound ARG in the background, which a lot of people don't even realize is there. But we'll talk more about ARGs and puzzle mechanic stuff later. So with all of that in mind, if you're still upset at me about this, I get it. For those valid reasons of not communicating and not putting out information and not putting out updates to the game, I understand and I hear you and I'm sorry for that. For the other amount of posts that are on there, there's quite a lot of them that you'll find inside of those reviews that aren't even about the video game. They'll put things in there like Maldavia's Fig Tree, which we discussed from the first part of this video, or complaining about me talking to Asmongold, or saying Mana Gem from World of Warcraft.
Again, I think that that's all wrong and you shouldn't do that.
They still haven't let that go. Or all the other shit that goes on in there. It's all of the allegations all of the time, and because of that, I had to lock down the Steam forums to stop people from talking about this stuff because it's incredibly obnoxious. Not to stop them from giving critique or, saying like, oh, you did a bad thing. Stopping them from doing things like posting my home address and telling me to kill myself, because that's what a lot of them were. And we reported those to Steam, and I can thank you, Steam, for banning those accounts for doing that. If you're just a normal player caught in the crossfire, again, I am sorry. Please wait until March 1st and the 1st of every month thereafter for the next updates. Now for the next one, which is...
Wait, did he not talk about why he doesn't update so much? Oh, he doesn't. Man, I thought he would. Never mind. I thought that might have just been something I heard off of Armchair stream. So, chat, do you want to know why he doesn't update very often? Because it doesn't make him money. He used to stream every single day about Heartbound. He stopped doing it because it doesn't bring him the viewers. He gets more viewers playing video games than talking about other shit. When he programs in Heartbound, he doesn't get the viewers. That's why he stops. And I kind of understand that from the perspective of wanting to be a successful business owner, especially when he uses the money from this to pay mods and run a charity. But it's kind of scummy and sad when he agreed to build a game on stream and then he stops doing it because he doesn't get the viewers. So, kind of sad, in my personal opinion.
Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation is an MMO that is in very early alpha. I actually talked about it earlier in this video during the Asmongold segment. Something that I play quite frequently, and I play on the Lyneth server, and I am currently the mayor of Halcyon. I actually just got re-elected. So thank you, glorious population. With that in mind, it's a game that is a social sandbox. And if you've never played one of those, they're usually built on player conflict. There's a lot of propaganda that's put out. There's a lot of shit talking between players and things like that. Very similar to EVE Online or Albion or Foxhole. If you've ever played Foxhole before, you know that the wardens eat babies as an example of propaganda, right? Very simple stuff. Colley's death.
Dev streams are boring, but Vito's dev streams make money. Okay, this is understandable. I agree. Dev streams are boring, but he agreed to do it. And it betrays a certain portion of his fans to walk away from that and not do it anymore. He didn't feel obligated to make his game. Well, okay, I don't even think it's that. I think his priorities shifted. I think his priorities in life shifted. And that's fine. But you cannot shift your priorities when you promise to finish something. You have to finish the other thing first. Because there are people that have paid for this game. A lot of people who paid for this game. All right, how many reviews are on Steam? Not a lot. But a lot of people have paid for this game. Okay? Sorry, I'm going to turn off my fan here. I'm going to suffer without air. There's a lot of people who paid for this game. So he has an obligation to finish this game for those people alone and the people that could potentially buy this game. that is something he has an obligation to finish. And the fact that he has not finished it after multiple years of him saying that he would have finished it is kind of sad. More than just kind of sad, it's gross, in my personal opinion. So I believe that this game will never get done. Personally, at least not within the next couple of years. Something that should have been done a long time ago. I don't believe it will get done very quickly. So I think he's a grifter and he found a better grift. I don't even necessarily think that. I think his priorities shifted and he doesn't care about this anymore. At least not as much as he used to. And that's sad, but it is what it is.
Definitely don't, though. So with that in mind, this server is rife with this kind of behavior. It's very normal. And there's a lot of tension on the line because we're constantly combating each other and trying to get the upper hand through different resources. In one of those groups that I was in, inside of my own guild, I accidentally pulled something with a spell called Ball Lightning. And you can see it kind of off in the back there. I thought somebody else in the group pulled this, and I was really pissed off, and I blamed the rest of the team. And the reason why I had done that is because earlier on in the fights, people just kept pulling random shit. And then I accidentally pulled random shit, and I looked like a dumbass because I was an angry dumbass. This was entirely my fault. And later on, when we reviewed the footage, we realized it was entirely my fault, and then I apologized to everyone involved. Later on, we ended the raid, and we moved on to other content. All of these people are still in the guild, and we still run with each other all the time. So I know people on the internet get really agitated about stuff clipped out of context, but here I was mad, and then we worked it out. Outside of that, the weird narratives that I've somehow been kicked from the server are completely false. As you've seen on my earlier part of this video, I'm on a flying mount. Flying mounts are only available for mayors after getting reelected by people where they have to vote on me. We're also the dominant force on the server. We fight with everyone all of the time, as we should in any PvP-focused game, and we give a lot of reports and reviews and bug reports to the developers all the time. We also run internal information and have a thriving community of about 22,000 people on the Discord specifically for this game. So, not going anywhere. I haven't been kicked out, and this wasn't that big of a deal, even though I was a jackass in it. Now, after the...
Again, this, it's a nothing burger, in my personal opinion. I'm seeing people compare him to Grums. You want to know what's funny? Him and Grums worked at the exact same company, which he's going to talk about right now.
Next one, where people are calling me a Nepo baby. For those who don't understand the term, a Nepo baby is somebody who got their job only through nepotism, never accomplished anything in their career, and never did anything to deserve the position that they have. My father was the cinematic director for Blizzard for 23 years. He worked on basically everything going all the way back to the death and return of Superman and many other games, all the way up until now. And then he quit. He went off to Jagex, and he worked on old school RuneScape, I believe as a creative director of some kind. With that in mind, he now streams on Twitch under the name of Yearjoy. People think that I got my job at Blizzard specifically because of him. In reality, I only had help from him in order to do my resume. But you're probably not going to believe me to say that, so I'm going to let him say it.
I remember one time he had, his boss had come to me because he came to me to apologize that one of his people talked to me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, Thor came up and was talking to you, and I don't think that's appropriate and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. I go, just so you know, I'm going to keep talking to Thor when he comes and talks to me because he's my son. This was 2 years after he worked for this guy, and this guy did not know.
So funny thing here, he actually got the timeline wrong. That was 4 years into my career.
That doesn't matter.
That Thor was my son, and that it's okay for Thor to come talk to me. You know, but it was in public. It was in the quad at work. It's just, but it's like, no, he can talk to me anytime, just like anybody else at Blizzard could come talk to me.
For those who don't understand what's going on there, my own boss didn't know who my dad was. It's really hard to be a Nepo baby when the people who control your career have no idea who your connections are.
Okay. That doesn't mean, okay, I have a problem with that. That does not mean that you, okay. Unless the guy that hired you is your boss, I don't think, maybe you got reviewed by the boss. Maybe that's who interviewed you. But at the end of the day, it's HR who hires you, who makes the final go. Pretty sure it was, I still believe it is nepotism. I believe he will talk about how his brother also attempted and his brother didn't get in. Just because your brother didn't get in doesn't mean it's not nepotism. There is favoritism among family members. There is also just companies that have favoritism among brothers. It happens all the time. I don't believe that this is a good enough defense. And to be completely honest with you, I don't really feel like there is a good defense that he is not a Nepo baby. So in my personal opinion, this is just something he's going to have to eat forever. He's just going to have to deal with the fact that his dad worked at Blizzard. And so everybody's going to see him as a Nepo baby. And there's nothing he can do about that except for work on his own shit and do his own shit. Okay? So, like, there's nothing that, like, okay, we're going to continue listening here, but I don't believe there's anything he can say to convince me otherwise.
Aside from that, for the people who have this narrative, both myself and my brother applied at the same time. I got the job, and my brother didn't.
Again,
Where was the
doesn't count.
nepotism for him?
No. Again, that doesn't matter. Your brother, your dad may have put in a good word with you with the HR person. They may have seen your name, like, oh, is he your son? And then that might have been an automatic hire. But your brother might not have had a good enough pedigree. It's impossible to disprove. Yes, it is impossible to disprove. There is any amount of things that could have done it. The fact that your dad works at Blizzard is enough for me to say that they had favorable treatment of you. Whether or not your brother was good or not does not matter. Okay? If there was nepotism, it's likely his brother was passed up to avoid the exact same accusation. It's not going the way he thinks. I agree. If they hired both of you, it would have looked even worse. I don't know. So, like, I still believe it's nepotism. You can't disprove that. I mean, like, there's nothing you can say. There's no proof you can bring that will disprove that. Unless you can bring on the people that hired you and they can recall. And even then, I still don't think people would believe it. I just don't believe it. So, again, unless, like, he can prove that nobody knew who he was, nepotism is more than just another applicant got caught wind. They could take the company to court. This is true. There's no way to disprove it. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to walk in circles about it. I don't believe there's any way for him to disprove that he was or was not a Nepo baby. He's just going to have to eat that. Your dad worked at Blizzard. You also worked at Blizzard. People are going to think that. There's nothing you can do about that. Live with it.
Now for the next one. People saying that I'm using a voice changer. I can actually just control the vocal range of my voice.
So this is one that I made. This was a joke that I made. That was very later disproven. Whatever.
Just go like this and talk all the way down to the bottom of your vocal range. This isn't that hard. Then you go like this all the way up into your nose and talk like this. Amazingly, people's voices change over time, and they do this at different ages as you go through life. On top of this, streaming and talking for 12 hours a day doesn't make that any easier or better. Outside of this, you can actually catch me on a bunch of other content creators' channels. I went and did a tailgate party with Esfand in real life.
I'm going to tell you right now, Dix is good. Yeah. As you can see. Yeah, no, I mean, these people are everyone lines up for Dix.
I was in the middle of a forest with Bao.
A lot of mushrooms, like, you can only determine what they are by touching them or smelling them or tasting them.
I've been in the Streamer Awards, giving speeches.
Since 2016, actually. So, like, I cut it during that, because I worked for the government that made me cut it, and then I just never cut it before that either.
I also got caught by NMP LOL right out there on the street.
Nick, my chat wanted me to say hi.
Again, this is a poor thing to, oh my gosh, I know that train station. I used to work at that train station as a security guard. Holy shit. This is one of those things that's easy to disprove. And again, like, this is one that I kind of was joking about, but it is one where it's just like, you can disprove people by saying, oh, they reported on this and it's wrong, so everything else they say is wrong too.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, they're freaking out. You know? Yeah, so sorry, just have a good day. No worries. Yeah, bye.
And you'll find that my voice is just about the same range the entire time. It goes up when I'm excited or nervous. It goes down when I'm tired or bored, just like everybody else. It's really weird that people are obsessing about each and every little thing, but I guess that's the nature.
Small world? No, that was San Diego, California, where Comic-Con happened. This is not a small world. That is literally right in front of one of the biggest convention centers in the U.S. So it is what it is.
Internet. If you don't believe me on this, I can't really fix this one for you, because anytime that I'd make something online, people would just claim it's doctored.
Am I going to cover the NMPOL stuff? I have no idea what that is. You're going to have to refresh me. I may know about it. I just don't know what that is. This is where Akko knocked criminal heads? No, this is where I checked tickets and told people to buy one or get ticketed.
Some way. There were even people saying that they had hidden a voice changer inside of the microphone at the Streamer Awards, or that I got some kind of an implant in order to change my voice. And now for the last...
Again, that's just dumb, in my personal opinion. It's dumb.
Last one. People claiming that I cheated in puzzle games, specifically Animal Well and Outer Wilds. Both of those games are games that I played live on stream. We had a whole blast of fun with it. People in the community really enjoyed it, and they were very, very long periods of time for both games. I believe Outer Wilds was beaten in one sitting, but it was a very long period of time. And Animal Well, I think, took the better part of a week at that point. I think it was like 40 hours on stream and 80 hours overall, most of which was just us sitting around trying to solve puzzles and do weird shit on stream. A lot of people say that I cheated because I looked at my phone, because it was right here. Why would I cheat with my phone when I have a 3-monitor setup? It's a pretty easy way to talk about this.
Yeah, this is a pretty poor thing to catch him on, because he's right. 3 monitors, you know.
I have one monitor here that actually shows broadcast information, usually using game capture, so I could put a guide up here if I wanted to in the first place. This one is just OBS. I could put it right next to chat there, and it'd be really easy to hide it because I'm constantly looking at chat anyway. Or I could put it on the right and put it on another one where I put all my social media stuff. It doesn't make any sense to use a phone to look at a guide while you're running through a game like that when you could just look at it.
OTK streamer, messy divorce. I heard about that. I haven't read much about it, but I can look into it after this.
Anything else. Aside from that, I have a very long history in beating puzzle challenges. So let's get into it. This is Potato Hat Security, our old Team Potato with a whole bunch of guides for DEF CON challenges that we've solved throughout the years. My name on here is Jason Thor Hall. I go by the middle name of Thor for a reason, because it is my middle name. Brett Beerhouse was the person that I got to go run with. He's a good buddy of mine back from the Blizzard days. DEF CON 22 was the first challenge that we actually went up against. And we didn't win, but we beat it. There was a shitload of puzzles that went along through this, and we had a blast doing this and learned a lot about cryptographic methods. I didn't know...
Okay, this is him trying to say that he doesn't cheat because he solves a lot harder puzzles. You don't need to do this, Ben. Again, he's taking very easy to prove things and blowing them out of the water so hard because he wants you to believe that anything he says is not disprovable. So, can accidentally capture your phone is a weak argument? Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I agree with that one there. But you can't use it. The cheating thing is a bad argument. So, again, he's going to use it because it's easy to disprove. Being on a team doesn't say you did it. Yeah, I know, but like, he is including all of this to make it easier to say you guys are just wrong.
Anything at the time when I first stepped into this arena back in DEF CON 22. And that was back in 2014. After this was over, I went home and I tried to learn as much as I possibly could about cryptographic methods, hiding information, and reading books like this one called Code, The Hidden Language of Computer Hardware and Software by Charles Petzold. Awesome book, shitload of methods in it. I have a ton of books like this now because of this. And I went home and started making my own on a website called potatoplaid.net. Made it with Brett. It's actually defunct now, but it had a ton of our own custom puzzle challenges on it. Then we went back to DEF CON 23, and we teamed up with a team called Council of 9. After doing really well in the first challenge in 22, they wanted to have us on the team, and we agreed to join them, and we won. I got to write up this entire write-up this year as well, and we solved a bunch of cool shit together. One of the ones that I really had a blast working on was specifically the audio.
I just like the weak arguments. I do too. And again, like, all of them are shit. Like, I think that all of these are like very easy disprovable things. Which is why, again, I get very upset when people that want to talk about drama will include bad arguments because they think it's an easy gotcha. None of these are an easy gotcha. There's only 1 to 2 things. And I know that some people do that because they want more content. They want more things to think about. They think that this will be the thing to take down Jason Thorhall. But you can't do that. Excuse me. You have to go with the 1 to 2 things you actually can talk about with somebody. And if you go with those, sometimes it may not get as much steam. And sometimes it may be weeks or months before you actually get something to stick like that. But you have to stick with only what is applicable. Otherwise, he just gets to walk away. And I think, sadly, unfortunately, he probably will.
One where I got to dive into DTMF using specifically Audacity to visualize the information. I love this. These types of things are really awesome. So whenever I play a puzzle game and I know that there's going to be cryptographic methods involved, I eat that shit up, dude. And if you're wondering if I actually did go to that, here's the badge for it. DEF CON 23. It's a radioactive badge that was actually obtained through winning that puzzle challenge that year. On the back, you can see that there's a Lichtenberg figure, which is hit by plasma to create a small lightning configuration across it. There's also another puzzle on the back of this that was solved by CryptoK on Twitter. It's a running key cipher, and he built a way of cracking certain running key ciphers. After that, we went back at DEF CON 24. And we won again. DEF CON 24, we got a robot head. This is another black badge for winning a DEF CON challenge that is particularly hard. DEF CON 24 was actually written up on Council of 9's website because I was still running with them at the time as well, but I think their challenge page is defunct now.
DMCA is more than enough. DMCA literally ends people's careers if the right people hear that. By hearing that you falsely falsely try to take down somebody's work, that is career ending. I mean, like, the only reason that Matt Jarbo is still remotely interesting today is because of his shitty opinions that people just can clown on. But beyond all that, Matt Jarbo is not somebody that is interesting at all anymore. And that is because he struck down people's videos, and when people found out, he was a shitty person for it. And if people had kept to their guns about Thor, I definitely think he could have sunk that far as well. But they didn't. So we have to wait for the next time that he does something stupid so that we can talk about how shitty he is then too.
Unfortunately. I wish we still had it because I really, really enjoyed that challenge and doing that with them. The next year I left and I went and joined what is called the Psychoholics. That's a new team that I'm on. I have a lot of really good friends with them over there, and you can actually see a number of them show up in chat from time to time, and I still go to DEF CON every year. At DEF CON 25, there was no badge challenge. The normal cryptographic challenges we usually do wasn't present there because Lost, the one who runs those, didn't go. So we did instead a telefreaking challenge, which was really, really fun. And I didn't realize it was going to be there. There was a guy who ran up to me and he threw a badge in my lap and he said, "You dropped your badge and ran away." And it was for the Ellingson Mineral Corporation, which if you know hackers, you know what that's from. It had a phone number on it. I called it and I was like, wait a minute, this is something. And I brought it back to the team and then we started cracking on it. We didn't sleep for about 72 hours and we won. This is the black badge for DEF CON 25. Since Lost wasn't there, they made gold coins, which isn't as aesthetically cool, but it is still solid gold. So, you know, kind of rad. Outside of this, I don't just solve these, I build them. This right here is actually built for the Heartbound ARG. Heartbound, the game that I work on that I talked about earlier in this video, has a massive cryptographic challenge in it. And I'll give you an example of one of the puzzles that I built for this. And yes, all of these puzzles are built by me. Right here, I gave them an image of a whole bunch of different squares of lettuce. I didn't tell them what it is. There's no other information for them. It's just images of lettuce. If they laid them all out in a row, it actually creates a strip of 0 through 9 squares, which means this is a grid of numbers. That grid of numbers doesn't go over 26 at any time, so because of that, it actually comes out to letters. Good, this operation is complete. Proceed to lettuce squares. And the next puzzle is lettuce squares. But there's other harder puzzles in this as well. If we go up here and we find, where is it? Truncated. There it is. Truncated was one of the ones that I gave them where I just gave them an image. This image is a picture of a zipper, and that's it. The zipper is actually a zip file, and inside is a WAV. That WAV is called celestial bodies. If you visualize the spectrogram of that audio, it comes out to all these weird symbols. Celestial bodies is a reference to moon type, which is a precursor to Braille. This is a message written in moon type, and it says this fragment is lost among the stars. The stars.png on the server is actually this image here, which is a color shifted.
Is he gonna how much? Oh, he's gonna be talking about this for a while. Holy cow! I have nothing else to really say about this, other than just the cheating thing doesn't matter.
Version of the night sky. In the EXIF data for that are these numbers here. They had to determine that those were DTMF tones. As you can see, it's got one of 6971336. So you go to 6971336, and that's the number 2 on your phone pad. Whenever you hit a number on your phone pad, it comes out to 2 tones, dual tone multi-frequency. Plays them both at the same time. The 697 hertz tone and the 1336 hertz tone. So that's a 2. They had to figure out that all of these came out to all those numbers, and then that comes out to the next message, which in this case was boot record, and that brings them to the next page. This is a massive series of cryptographic challenges that has spanned years, and it's something that I build in the background so I can stay sharp for things like DEF CON. Puzzles are my life, and it's really, really absurd to me that people just gloss over all of this because streamer looked at phone. So now let's look at the timing. My video for Animal Well here came out on July 27th, 2024.
I will continue here.
That's not when I played it. It's also only 7 hours and 41 minutes long, which wasn't the full runtime. As shown on Twitch Tracker, you can see that I played it from May 11th to May 19th, a total of 39.4 hours on broadcast. As shown on Steam here, you can see that I actually played for 83.2 hours, because I was playing both.
Thor's good at obfuscating and muddying the waters. Maybe he should have been a corporal lawyer instead of a programmer. I mean, he probably would do a better job, again, according to what people have told me about his programming. So, you know.
On and off stream, trying to practice different things and see if there was different puzzles that I could solve along the way. Inside of this, you can also see that the game released on May 9th, 2024, which was only 2 days before I actually started playing it. From there, I asked people to send in any type of guides that would contain all the puzzles that we solved throughout it, and those came out after we stopped playing the game. May 19th, May 22nd, and this one on May 23rd. There are likely other guides that exist out there, but I don't know about them. The people who ended up helping us solve this were people...
Animal Well is cool. It looks decent. Maybe I should check it out. Your Honor, relevance? Exactly. There is no relevance here.
In chat. We solved it together as a community with 13,008 people in the chat. My guess is that there would be a lot of people who were there from the puzzle-solving community as we did this. Tons of people were working together. That was the point of doing this. All of this was. And on top of that, I ended up going on to go and interview Billy Basso, who's the developer of the game, and...
When were the 40 hours in stream not done? I don't know. That's a good question. That doesn't matter to me, though.
Got the physical version of the game, which just arrived the last few days, which we're planning on beating this together as well. And that's everything from me. Now that everything's in one place, it'll be much easier to just direct people to something like this so that they can choose which thing they're angry about and then get extra context for it. And if they decide to still be angry about it after that, that's fine with me. I would much rather have this kind of information out there so that people have some other type of voice in the room rather than all of these different content creators releasing...
Okay, that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to say or show off. So we're done with that one. We're done there. All of this really to just say, chat, did that actually solve anything? No. No, it really did not. What it allowed him to do is whenever there is something talking about him working with an underage person, he could just point to this video. I do believe that... Great. You can point the people to that. Awesome. Fantastic. But this doesn't actually address the things that are actually an issue. Excuse me. Gasai Ray Lane, thank you for the $5. So Thor video is him stroking his ego, especially him talking about the Heartbound and his lame trophies. Yes, it is an ego stroke. I don't really care too much about that. But the problem is he is refusing, downright in my personal opinion, refusing to talk about the one thing that does actually, at least matters to me. All right? It at least matters to me. By the way, really quickly, I saw that this super chat came in before the stream, and I want to make sure I hit it. My apologies, Sly. VOD gang, I'll listen to this at work tonight. Have fun stream. Akko in chat. Thank you very much. Appreciated. What did he do? Okay. So, let me give you guys... I'm not going to tell you guys about the shit that we just listened to in the video, because the stuff that happened in the video does not matter. All of that shit is a nothing burger that nobody cares about. What Thor did is, first, he left his friends, and I don't know if it was WoW or not, but he was leaving his friends in a permadeath run of a raid because he didn't want to lose his character, and he got mad at those people. And after that, a shitstorm occurred. What's funny is he doesn't even talk about why a lot of people are being critical of him right now, because that is why people are being critical of him right now. The reason why this video is here is because people are being critical. Why are they critical? Because he abandoned his friends in a guild activity. He DMCA'd somebody, which again, I'll circle back around. And he is refusing to talk about it. Okay? So, circle of events. He abandons his friends. Everybody starts talking about that. After everybody starts looking at that, a lot of other stuff comes out about him. A lot of other random little shit things about him. Okay? So, all of this other random stuff from his past comes up, like the Maldarius Fig Tree stuff, the cheating, the Asmongold stuff, all of that comes up. None of that matters. Out of the sea of bullshit, there's only two things that matter. The fact that he abandoned his friends during a game and has not apologized for it. But, you know, it's a video game, so it's whatever. But he has not apologized for it to his fans. You know, the people that... Sorry, you're right here. I need to be looking over here. All right? He's not apologized to them. And he has not come out and apologized for illegally DMCAing somebody's game off of Steam. All right? And the fact that he refuses to talk about that tells me all I need to know. That he knows that that shit is the real stuff that actually could hurt him. And that is like I don't know what to think about. I legitimately don't know what to think about that. He knows that's what the issue is, but he won't talk about it. You probably never hear him talk about it. whenever it's brought up in videos and shit, if you talk to him about it, he will probably ban you. Because apparently, I just learned this the other day from somebody that I'm watching slowly in the background. Apparently, when you become a big creator, if somebody just disagrees with you in chat, you can just ban them. And I guess all the big creators do that. I was told, I guess, Asmongold does that. I don't know how true that is. But I hear that, I guess, like, when you become a big creator, you just start banning people that disagree with you. That's kind of crazy in my personal opinion. I don't know, chat, if you know anybody that does that. But yeah, I promise you, when I become a big creator, when I evolve into a 4-view, I won't do that. Didn't Floor deflect the DMCA that with it wasn't him? No, so there's actually another DMCA that we're going to talk about here. Thank you for bringing that up. No, but when it came to the DMCA strike on the video game, okay? When it came to that, he has not acknowledged it. He refuses to. Asmongold reviewed the footage and said Thor did nothing wrong. I disagree. I disagree. Clip that. It's more complicated than that. What often happens is you get banned if you say really stupid things. I guess it would be a case-by-case situation. But I think that, I don't know, some of my chat is stupid sometimes. But, not really. Most of you guys are cool. Only a few of you are cringe. But I think it is highly dumb when a streamer just bans somebody because they say something they disagree with. I mean, if somebody comes into the chat and starts screaming expletives, yeah, you're going to get banned. But, if somebody comes in with a legitimate concern and then you just ban them because you disagree with them, I think that's shit behavior. And that they're a shit person for doing that. It tells me that they're not principled and that they're not a good person. They're a snake in the water, really, is what I would say. Neurosama bans you for disagreement? Doesn't Neurosama, does Neurosama actually control their own bans? Because if it's an AI doing it, then that's a little, I feel like that's a little different. You're not putting quotes because of what stupid can be, reminding you you're wrong. Yeah. I don't know. I just think that, I was told this the other day that, apparently big creators like Asmongold just start banning people because they disagree with you. I find those people hella cringe. If Asmongold does that, I think that's cringe. Anyway. But yeah, the Thor video, unfortunately, really doesn't do much except for show that he's tackling the stuff that he knows he can tackle. And that is him with all these other bullshit things. Big streamers love to get into arguments with one person in chat, then blame all the chat for the one person they were talking to / about. Sometimes, yeah. I've never done that before. Actually, I'm pretty sure if I say that, somebody will probably come up and say that I have. I'm pretty sure I've never done that before. I'm going to end that poll, by the way. Asmongold bans people that try and do gotchas. They try to do gotcha clips. Well, that's a little bit different. You know, if you're trying to jump in there just to do a gotcha on somebody, I think that's wrong. Anyway. One guide, yeah. The dynamics change when you're a big streamer. Picks up Akko and puts her on the top of the fridge. I think if you're big enough, you do just start banning people. For example, Casio, I have never watched him. Never in a million years. Anyway, let's move on to the new stuff that has happened with Pirate Software. The reason why I decided to actually have this stream in the first place. Let me make sure I have these shifted correctly here. While I'm doing this really quickly, again, if you have not hit like yet, please hit the like button on the stream. Very much appreciated. And again, we do have a goal up right now. If you contribute to it, we'll go ahead and watch the other Sam Hyde documentary, only from iDubbbz's brain, iDubbbz's version. Excuse me. Okay, I think we have it. We have them here. When you're a small streamer, you can get away with allowing more freedom. As you get larger, you're forced to curate unless you're Hassan or an e-girl. You get a golden ticket for whatever. I guess. The problem that I'm seeing here, chat, is I'm noticing some creators. I'm trying to think how I want to say this. Catch you later. I'm going to get some sleep. Have a good night then. But I'm noticing some creators where originally I thought that they were more level-headed. And then I see them do stupid shit. And I'm just like, huh. It's happened to me a lot, actually. I think Nick Ricado was one of the first ones where that happened. And it continues to happen to this day. And I'm not going to talk about all the creators that I see that with because, you know, they haven't hit that point where a lot of people dislike them. They're just at that point where I'm like, oh, I dislike them. And, you know, I watch the signs. I read the signs. I write down the little notes. I keep track of things. But I think the saddest thing to me is one day I'm gonna look at a creator I really like. And I'm like, I guess it's time to take you out to pasture there, Bessie. Bessie, it's time to take you out to pasture because you had too many retard moments. Imagine getting a hate raid, then a 30-day suspension. It's an awful part of Twitch's TOS. Well, okay, so there's a difference between hateful comments that you will get banned for and comments that disagree with you. There's a massive difference. Okay? If somebody comes into my chat and is disagreeing with me, I'm not going to ban them for it. If they're hyper annoying and they're spamming the chat, yeah, they're going to get banned. But if somebody comes into my chat and says, I disagree with you, and then I ban them because they disagree with me, that's retarded. That is retarded. And I think anybody that does that is retarded. Okay? Time to take you behind the barn, Bessie. It was a good time we had. Exactly. I've had a lot of creators that were like that. A lot of them. Ricado is just one of the ones that was most disappointing to me, you know? Anyway, that's a tangent that I really don't want to go on. Again, there's a couple people, so I won't pull an Asmongold. No, I won't ban you if you disagree with me. I'll only ban you if you're, like, very hyper annoying. Like, don't spam my shit trying to get it into my head. Don't be autistic like me, or how I used to be, you know? Anyway. Ugh. Anyway. Let's move on to the new DMCA that was allegedly done by Pirate Software. And I say allegedly because we're gonna move on to that. I'm getting up there with Proton John and his community joke of Roast John. Oh. Don't get me started. Oh. Okay. You know what? We're gonna pause from the Pirate Software. You know, chat, you should ban like all the big creators so you can become one. If banning people is what makes me a big creator, maybe I should start doing it. I don't know. All right. Somebody mentioned Proton John. I have to rant for a moment. Can I tell you how disappointed I am in Proton John? Again, I like, this is one of those guys where it's just like, I used to really like the guy. I listened to all of his Let's Plays. I remember watching his old Ninja Guy and stuff, all of his Kaizo Mario runs. I remember when he uploaded videos that were only 10 minutes long because YouTube only lets you upload in 10-minute segments. You guys remember that? I do. I do. That's how long ago I was watching this motherfucker. All right? Banned me? No, I'm not banning you. But Proton John is somebody that I had a lot of love for, especially all the guys around him. But, you know, as is the case with a lot of creators that you tend to like, Aka's voice dips when there's a transition. Yes, it does. I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to look into it. But as with every content creator that you'll end up liking, about 80 to 90% of them just turn out to be fucking idiots. And Proton John is quickly appearing to be one of them. What did he do? So Proton John, you can tell that he's a very left-leaning person, which I don't care. Doesn't matter. That's fine. He can believe what he wants. He's also Canadian. So, you know, it's whatever. He has Canadian beliefs and all that shit. He has been tipping, in my personal opinion, on the mentals scale. Getting way more weird and stuff. He recently decided to debut with a female model, which, you know, I'm not going to be a hypocrite here and say that's wrong. You know, me personally, I don't think I have any room to complain about that. But he came out with a female model called Rosa John, and everybody's been joking about how John is like, how John could be gender bent into a Rosalina and all that kind of shit. And it's getting to a point where it's kind of uncomfortable for me, which again, kind of funny for me to say as somebody who uses a female model. But it's getting kind of uncomfortable for me. And it is making me wonder. He's going full Canadian? Yes, he is going full Canadian. And not just that, but like, I have a lot of problems with his wife, Luca Jin, who I also kind of watched back in the day. I watched him more. Didn't really like watching the female gamers because you icky female gamers. He does a voice with it. Yeah, I also don't like that either. Granted, I do a voice. I use a voice changer, but like I don't make it weird. I feel like he makes it weird. Males with female models. Oh, the shame and horror. The problem I have is he is edging to a place that I think a lot of people think I edge to, but I don't. But he is getting close to a place where I'm like, oh, if you keep going down that road, buddy. Oh. All I'm going to say is there's more than one Finster in the world. And I feel like he's quickly going down that pathway. Not in the same way, but he is edging towards Finster levels. And it is depressing. But if he does go that way, I will lose a lot of respect for him. A lot of respect. Anyway, that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. Not my personal opinion. All right, now let's get on to the Pyre software. Oh no, Finster. Yeah, let's get on to Pyre software. Anyway, so again, this Yeet account showing LSF fails. Proton John also launched a Rosa John line of merch. Oh, Again, I can't say much because I use a female model. But there are levels to this where it gets weird. Some people would say I've already crossed that level. I disagree. I think Proton John is closer to crossing that level than me by leaps and bounds. Edging towards Finster wasn't on my bingo card tonight. Yes. Like Buffalo Bill? I don't know. I hate that merch. I hate that merch so much. What the fuck? And it's for a charity, too. Ugh. Finster had a timeline. People didn't think he'd go that route. Is that the guy we want to gatekeep? Proton John? No. That's Ludwig. Ludwig is different. Ludwig's not going to become a female. He's got a girlfriend. He's too manly. Anyway, we're gonna separate from that topic. We're gonna go on to Pirate Software again. So, Yeet would make a tweet on the 3rd saying that he had received multiple DMCA notices from somebody claiming that they were Pirate Software. And all of these were tweets criticizing Pirate Software on Hardcore WoW. It also blocked his account, so he couldn't tweet until he had deleted those tweets. As you can see, there is a community on this. We're not going to pay attention to that. He would also receive emails from legal support about this, talking about the DMCA takedowns. His account was locked 5 times for that. And he says what his username is if you want to talk off-platform. And then he shows that Pirate Software had said something. So let me bring up that tweet as well. Where is it? Where is it? Shoot, did I lose it? No. No, I did not. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, here is the proper timeline for this. All right, so we're going to show this here. He does end up making a comment on stream for it. So let me pause the music, and then we're going to play.
Trying to hurt your rep by filing fake DMCA request? I know, dude. Okay, so, like, I woke up today, and I got that tweet, and they're like, I can't believe you DMCA'd this guy over Twitter. And I was like, I've never filed a DMCA on Twitter in my life. And I had to go on there and be like, no, I did not do this. Someone is impersonating me and doing this. And they were like, oh. And then everybody deleted all of their tweets. And I was like, the hell's the matter with you people? But already there's like tens of thousands of people that are pissed off at me about it. I'm like, dude, this isn't even me. You should 100% attack them for this, whoever it is. Go and fight them. And if you find out who it is, tell me. Because then I could tell our legal team, and they could go after them. Because that's somebody impersonating me and filing a federal, like, claim against you.
I don't think that he should talk about legal shit after the previous DMCA that he did actually file. And let me tell you, do you want to know why people think that he actually did this? Do you want to know why? It's because he's done it before. Thor, you cannot be upset that people think it's you. I mean, you can, but I think that it's stupid of you to be upset when you've done this before. You have DMC struck people before. For less, it feels like. So, you know, there's a reason why people believed it was you. And I instantly believed it was him because of it. So, sorry that I didn't believe you at first, but there's a reason why.
As me, which is not correct. Shit is insane. Yeah, no, it pissed me off. It was so... And it's even worse, because, like, apparently it was filed... Like, the time that it came in on theirs was, like, 9 a.m. I was asleep until 3 p.m. today. I slept all day. I felt like shit last night. I didn't even stream. I was just like, I'm out, dude.
In my personal opinion, this doesn't matter. He would have to have somebody corroborate that. Saying this doesn't matter that much. Saying, oh, I definitely could have done that because I was asleep. You'd have to prove that. But, like, this isn't that doesn't important.
I'm going to bed. Yeah, that would be fraud. Yeah, that's what they're doing. So it just pisses me off. If we can find out who it is, I'm going to tell them to eat shit. This pisses me off so much, dude. They still attacking you? Somebody filed a fake DMCA claim in my name, and I had to tell those people to appeal it. This pisses me off.
See you later.
Yeah, they're obsessed as shit. Yeah, fake DMCA is insane shit. What were they trying to DMCA? They were trying to DMCA some Twitter users' posts and say that the videos are owned by me, and it's like, dude, I didn't file that shit. So that pissed me off immensely, dude.
Again, it's very hilarious. It's very hilarious to hear him say that. All right? Very hilarious when literally a month ago, he did the exact same thing to somebody else. All right? Very hilarious. Very funny, in my personal opinion, that he is like getting this ass mad about it. And he knows that he can say this and his audience won't care because his audience doesn't care. Because he just stopped talking about his DMCA and they forgot. So he can talk about this and it can be funny, but this is just hypocrisy. Have we considered that Thor might DMCA in his sleep? God of lying. Again, I don't believe that he actually was the one that filed these DMCAs. I don't believe so. I guess there's always a chance it could be him based off of the tweets. Because again, like the tweet that was DMCA'd was him talking about why he won't play hardcore WoW anymore. So it could be him because of his ego, but it probably isn't him, in my personal opinion. So this is him saying, as I said on this post, I've never filed a DMCA here, and someone is impersonating me. I love what's funny is he says, I've never filed one here, implying that he's never filed one on Twitter, meaning that he has filed them previously. So I don't know if that's like is that a I don't know if Freudian slip is the right term, but like he basically admits I've never filed one here. So he does admit in a backwards way he has filed DMCAs in the past. Did Mundane Matt use the same excuse? It's been so long, I can't remember. I just know that he said that he had multiple excuses for it. Mundane Matt's excuse that he was out hunting for boulders, and that's why he wasn't. That's why he couldn't DMCA. Couldn't have been DMCAing. Anyway, this continues. Here. Pirate Software says, went over the DMCA filer's information. False claimer has used a phone number from a Pirate Software LLC, which isn't us. We're a corporation, and this is definitely not our phone number. Again, that's little to say with no proof, but you know, we're just gonna take it. How do we know he's not lying? We don't, and that's the beautiful thing. We don't know he's not lying. That's the funny thing. There is still a chance, chat. There is still a chance that it was him, but I don't think we'll ever know. I legitimately don't. All right. So we'll continue on here. They also use Proton email, which adds another layer of obscurity and makes it difficult to find the source. Very true. Proton mail is kind of hard to find people with. If you do get a DMCA from anyone claiming to me, come to me first. If dipshits online are going to do this, then I can help you fight back against it by telling the platform the claimer is not me. As I've said before, some people will do anything for content. Don't be one of them. You know what's funny? If somebody does DMC strike me on and say that they are him, I can't go to him. I mean, I probably could on another platform. I probably could because he has an email. But like he did block me here, so I can't go to him and say anything. So, you know. That's the puzzle we gotta solve. Oh, that's awesome. I like how Willie Mac Show is like saying, I'm sorry for thinking that you did it. Because here's the thing. A lot of people don't believe it's him because he's coming out and saying, oh, this isn't me. And that's fair. He probably isn't him. You know? Again, I think there's a likelihood that it probably just isn't him. But because of his past, I'm already predisposed not to believe him. Okay? So, Jason, I don't believe he'll ever see this. I'm too small for him to care about me. But Jason, like, there's a reason why people don't believe you off the bat. And there's a reason why a lot of people are immediately going to jump down your throat. And it's because of your past. Okay? That's why. So, you can get mad. You just can't get that mad. All right? All right? Cool. Cool. Anyway. Have one more thing really to talk about tonight. Then we're going to finish up the Sam Hyde video. We're not too far from that. Again, like I said, we're going to skip the part with the guns because we're just going to skip the part with the guns in the Sam Hyde documentary. Just because we are. But before we move on to the Sam Hyde documentary, we're going to do a palate cleanser. Chat. We're going to do a palate cleanser. Now, recently, the internet has been taken... Oh, here, hold on. Let me restart my music. There we go. What's funny is him saying he didn't do it in a court of law would be hearsay. I think you're right. I'm not sure. Anyway. We're going to clear the palette by talking about a new meme format that has swept the internet by storm. Doesn't matter if you are American or some other country, this is a meme that a lot of people have gotten into. And that meme is our 50th vice president, JD Vance. For those that don't know, JD Vance is the 50th vice president. I just said that already, but he is the vice president of the United States, co-running the country with Donald Trump. I don't know a damn thing about this man, although that he is one of the younger vice presidents we've ever had. And he is one of the very few guys that actually like grows a beard in the White House. But what I do know is people have made a lot of memes about him. Okay? So we're going to go through some of those. I have pre-scrolled some of these here just to make sure that none of them are like not safe for work or anything. But people have photoshopped JD Vance in, well, that one's kind of skirting the line there. A lot of people have done a lot of silly little memes about JD Vance. And we're going to go through them, at least a couple of them, before we jump on to the rest of the iDubbbz documentary. Because I feel like it's a good palate cleanser here, all right? And if you guys want to submit a JD Vance image for me to look at, you can join the Discord and share it with me under stream suggestions. I'll only be looking at those tonight, but we're going to go through some of these. So I went ahead and I just typed in JD Vance. It's very unfortunate that just typing that in gets you the result you want. So we're going to look into some of them. And you want to know what the top result is? Oh, and we're not going to talk about politics. If you know politics, just JD Vance, all right? All right. This is the first one that comes up. The top one that comes up is this image right here. Can I tell you? All right. Can I tell you? Like, if you are this man's kids, you gotta keep them off the internet. Where's the JD Akko edit? There isn't one. There isn't one. I would pull it up if somebody made me one. So this is the top rated one, at least right now. So we're just gonna start scrolling. We're gonna start scrolling. I'll blow up some of the ones that I think are funny. Ew. Oh, this is a decent one. They just make him it's great. Make him Bernie Sanders. As far as I've heard, he loves the memes. I mean, you have to love these. Isn't one yet. Didn't know Vance had a dumpy like AOC. We're skipping that one. I'm not talking about that one. Vance is breaking the internet. Yes, he is. And guess what? It's a good... I am waiting for the White House to come out with Vance NFTs after this. That'll definitely happen. You know it will. Here's one. I love how this person says, in 100 or 1,000 years' time, historians will be unable to say for certain what JD Vance actually looked like. Oh, gosh, damn. Oh, that's a good one. Here's some people made memes, emojis out of this. Some of these will probably cycle through again. This is really good, very funny. Here's one. I don't know what this is impersonating. His face is the new face of faces. Yes, it is. The Vance scam coin. Would this be the face of the Vance scam coin? He looks like he belongs in a metal band. He definitely does. I love how this person's like, just in case you... This is what he looks... In case you forgot what he looks like. This is what he looks like. Right there. I don't know if this is real. It might just be an edit. Okay, so here's some good ones here. Oh, fuck. No. How good he has a sense of humor? I hope he does. I hope he does. This one is my favorite. I sent this to my buddy Malice and said, Malice, your buddy JD Vance wants to play some Combat Evolved with you on the couch. I'm forgetting what he really looks like. Yeah, I think a lot of people did. Oh, fuck. I didn't look at all these, by the way. I've left a lot of these. I left a lot of these just so that I can yeah. Unabomber. Is an edit of the Unabomber? Oh, I see. I hear some good ones. Oh, wait, hold on. This is apparently a thread. Perfect. We got some good... Oh. Oh, dear. He looks like a knockoff Joe Rogan. Which one? Which one? That's a good... That's the... Oh, it's 2007 and you just got home from school in rural Ohio. Like, okay, how do people have... Well, I know people have the time for this, but how do people, like, have the inspiration for this is what I want to know. Oh, fuck, that's just terrifying right there. Oh, man. The Furby one is not bad. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is why I wish I had... Oh, okay. That's a very pixelated edit right there. We've looked at that one. Is that supposed to be... Fuck, what's his name? Where do I post the ones I have in Discord? Put them in stream suggestions. That'll be a good place for him. His face is a creative muse. Yes, it is. Oh, there's him as a kid. Oh, we saw that one. That makes him just look like he's in an emo band. That one makes him look like a serial killer. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is terrifying, chat. We'll look at these for a few minutes, and then we're going to move on to the Sam Hyde documentary. Afro edit looks like pool is closed. Oh, gosh, yes. Obama's got shapes. Joe Biden's got dementia. Trump got orange. Vance got face. Yes. Yes. That's a good one. I want to see JD Vance painting happy little trees. I do too. Oh, here's a good one. Born to dilly-dally, forced to lock in. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's see. Editing your makeup, part 17. In the Akko suggestions, in the stream suggestions channel in my server. This is a good one. This one, it posts 100% fact checked by true McPatriots. Oh, man. I think it's because his face can be replaced with a stock photo and people wouldn't really think that isn't him. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse Mr. Vice President, did you happen to listen to metalcore when you were younger? And if so, have you heard All That Remains? It's a rare JD Vance. It happens only a few decades. Like and share for 99 years of wealth. You know what? I'll share for 99 years of wealth. I want that $5,000 that they joked about, chat. Oh, here's another good one. They made both of them JD Vance. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, we saw that one. Oh. For the last time, Mr. Wonka, I didn't try any experimental gum, and frankly, I find this entire line of questioning insulting. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, this is awesome. I love it. Oh, here's one. Here, you've heard of JD Vance. Well, here's 3D Vance. Oh, that's terrifying. I'm telling Amalgamate. I know she likes JD Vance. She shared with me some of her favorites. I asked her for her faves, and she shared some with me. I'm going to see if I can find the ones that she shared with me. If not, I'll just pull them up. Here's a good meme, though. This is a good meme by SKS Cartoon. Because he doesn't shave. But I do think it makes him look better. Because I like this meme. It's just like if he shaves, he looks like a baby. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh gosh, that's horrible. All right. Oh no, Kirsch, why? No. There's no edit there. Oh, here's a good one. This is the best JD Vance Photoshop. Changed my mind. That's good. Oh, that one's good too. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, that we haven't seen the Solid Snake Vance. That's perfect. Make him look like a kid. Oh gosh, we're not pulling open that one. The eyes follow you. Oh gosh, they do. That nose though. That nose is terrifying. Oh goodness, let's see if we can find a couple more. Oh, that's good. I'm trying to wait till one of you sends me some of your favorites ones. That is not a solid snake. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. It's Naked Vance from Swamp Eater. Oh, that's a good one. That's beautiful. Is there... I'm sorry, in the Under the Tea Discord, there is a stream suggestions because I don't see suggestions in Akko suggestions. In my Discord server, my apologies. It just put it in, yeah, I just put it in stream suggestions in Under the Tea. Actually, let's see. Yeah, put it in Akko suggestions in my section. Put it in the Akko suggestions. Pretty please. Thank you for keeping me entertained. You're welcome. Don't forget to like the stream chat, by the way. We're very close to 100 likes. If you haven't, please like already. Oh, gosh. I'm not saying that out loud. Let's see. Oh, geez. That's a decent looking one. Let's see if we can find some more here. Oh, fuck. Yes, I love it. I feel bad for this woman. Oh, fuck. Let's see. Is there any more? Oh, that's from the 25th. Is that him? My fellow overnighters. Hello, you ate my rice. Welcome. Here's another good one. That's beautiful. Oh, fantastic. This is a good one. We've seen that one. We've seen that one. Yes. JD Vance the Earth. Vance has become the everyman because you would not find him in a crowd of people who looks nothing like him. Oh, these are a lot that we've already seen. That's... They blackwashed him. No! Don't blackwash my vice president. Is that yeah, that is. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is. That's a good meme. We agree. Oh, that one's good. I like that one. Is that Jesus Vance? I don't know. Oh, that's fantastic. My apologies for the people that are listening back on the podcast. There's really no better way to explain this. Here's this one. This post is 100% fact-checked by true McPatriots. I kind of want a Big Mac now. Vivek Vance, don't check my camera roll. Oh, gosh. That's a good one. JD Trump. That's good. That's fantastic. Okay, let me grab some of the ones that I was sent by Amal. And this other viewer here. Okay, Discord, did you change up? You did. Discord changed how things work again. Lovely. I have to click on an image. Oh, if you click on an image in Discord, it zooms in now. Oh, I hate that. Thanks, Discord. Da, 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 da. I made it easier to download, it looks like. Alright, I have selected the last couple here. If you would like to suggest a few, you may. Ugh, excuse me. JD Vance, the new hip-hop artist of the century? Yes. This is perfect. Alright, here we go. So, here we have Sleeper Vance. You say please and thank you to our Lord and Savior de Goth Mr. Nouveau. That's beautiful. Then we we have JD Christian. I hate how good that looks. Oh fuck. Then we have JD Locke, the Destroyer. No, I'm saying nothing about that one. And we have Kamala Vance. And yes, podcast listeners, it sounds exactly like you think. Oh, man. Then we have the Las Vegas Bowl. You said it wrong, Bree. Yeah, we have JD Vance from the Las Vegas Strip. Oh, fuck, I forgot his name. I forgot this villain's name, but it's another JD Vance. True equality is when all is Vance? Yes. Then we have Gru and the Vances, the minion Vances. Where's JD Biden? I haven't seen one of those yet. Oh, wait, no, that's supposed to be Trump, I think. That's even funnier. JD Vegas, yes. And then here is Angela Vance, or JD Merkel. Modak. Okay, so it's JD Modak. Oh, these are beautiful. I sent this one to Amal, by the way. Amalgamate, by the way, she is in utter love. She told me, because I heard her talking about how much she sims for him. And I asked her, do you actually like JD Vance? And she says, a little bit. I won't make fun of her for her like. Okay. I don't get mad at her for liking JD Vance, or I won't make fun of her even, but like it's kind of silly, all the JD Vances. So I was like, what's your favorites? And then she sent me her favorites. So now, chat, she can simp over JD Vance all she wants because she has all the faces of JD Vance that she could want. Who would win, the Yippee or JD minion? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, chat. Who do you think would win? Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the Sam Hyde doc now. If you weren't here yesterday, we are finishing up the Sam Hyde documentary. And I will be playing a little bit of Minecraft while we do that. Because right now they're just in the interview portion. I had to rewind a little bit because I accidentally closed the tab. Oh, you know what we need? We need a JD Vance that looks like Sam Hyde, because then that would just make the Sam Hyde memes even better. In fact, let me see. Let me see if Sam Hyde already has that meme. No, he does not. He does not. Sadly. We need a Sam Hyde that looks like JD Vance. They don't have the candy JD yet, so we're ahead. too many Vance faces. I would have been told it's an NFT and believed it. Yeah. You know what I want, chat? I want a JD Vance gotcha game now. Not one that you actually pay real money to, because I would not pay any amount of money to that. Ooh, excuse me. But I want a JD Vance like gotcha game, like a random roll one. That would be pretty funny. I would play it. I'd play it on stream for you guys. Anyway, let's pause the music here. And we're going to finish the Sam Hyde documentary. How long do we have left on it? We have about 20 to 30 minutes left. So we're going to play this. And again, I'm skipping over the gun segment just because YouTube will snipe me if I don't. So, you know, is what it is. And we'll continue. We'll continue. Let me switch. And like I said, we'll be playing some Minecraft in the background while we do it.
I think he pops in your head when you're filming.
By the way, just so you know where we left off at, they were talking about Joe Rogan and how Sam Hyde apparently sleeps and dreams of Joe Rogan. Again, I don't believe that's real, but that is kind of terrifying.
Filming a video and you're like, oh yeah, this would be a good thing to use as a prop in the moment.
No. No.
No, you don't understand. You get my genius.
Oh my gosh, they sound like Lumi.
Probably $6,000 on cameos. A lot of which are unreleased.
100 likes? Yay, thank you for 100 likes.
Famous people to name drop Joe Rogan. Because I want him to notice me.
To any success?
No.
And you want him to notice you because you want to fight him.
I will fight him. No, I just think he's cool. He's like everything I want to be.
Shut up. You're being,
what?
Be serious for a
be
moment.
Serious? You want me to be serious?
Let's be serious. Yeah.
If you want me to...
See, what's funny is iDubbbz is like, bro, you're not being serious. You're not being serious. And what's funny is he's not going to get the serious Sam Hyde, because Sam Hyde recognized really early that iDubbbz came in there to do basically a hit piece on him. And he's like, okay, if this is what you're going to do, we're not going to be serious with you whatsoever. So that's what he's getting, is the not serious Sam Hyde. I think that if he went in there in good faith to try and do an interview, he would have gotten the real Sam Hyde. He will not get the real Sam Hyde forever and ever now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's less entertaining if I'm serious.
Oh, I totally disagree.
All right, fine. Yeah, what you said. If I'm like, I should need to make a funny video, let me make a Joe Rogan shout out, I'll do that. That's what I think.
Perfect. That's
there
good.
You go.
Yes.
You got it. You want to know the mystery.
Now let's go through.
I will drink his blood. I'm going to drink his blood.
I think that format works.
Okay, good.
Serious, and then you go into it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll get at him.
Mm-hmm. Like, I guess as an example of that, it was like Ethan Klein being like, oh, Ethan's putting in.
Does Sam Hyde do serious when he's not talking to Elon Musk? I don't know. That's a good question. I know sometimes on his show he's serious. I believe at the beginning of this movie he was serious, but I believe that like when you try and mess with him, he's gonna double down on being not serious, because especially when he knows it annoys you. Because in this moment, he knows that iDubbbz is trying to get the real him so that he can talk about the real him. And so because he knows that it annoys iDubbbz, he's not going to give iDubbbz the real him. And I think that upsets iDubbbz, because I believe iDubbbz even talks about at some point during this where he's kind of disappointed because he's supposed to be the guy in charge of the interview, but he knows he wasn't the guy in charge of the interview. And I think that's what was most funny, is he even admitted, just like, I'm normally the one that's in control of these kinds of things.
Crush 5,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, there were a lot of your fans who legitimately thought, like, Ethan.
That's awesome.
Putting some.
I didn't even know that people thought it was legit. That's really funny, because I don't pay attention to
When did iDubbbz become such a rat? When he met his girlfriend. Then it was all over. You know what's funny is I think that's his first girlfriend too. Chat, fun fact. I would have at least one relationship. I'm not going to say that your first relationship can't be the relationship to end all relationships for you. What I will tell you is I have been in at least one relationship before in the past. I'm not going to say when, I'm not going to say for how long, and I'm not going to say who with, because they deserve their privacy and I deserve mine. But I will tell you that, like, when you are young, you're going to need to learn a couple of things, and you may not learn how to be the best spouse for your actual spouse with your first, if you have no experience. Sometimes you need to have a first partner that is not your actual spouse before you actually get there. You got thick buttresses on that castle unless you aren't that far in, and I'm dumb. Oh no, I'm not that far in whatsoever. Here, I'll zoom out a little bit, but I'm not that far.
That stuff at this point.
Yeah.
I figured out what I was. It's not nervousness about being punked. It's I wish you had been upfront about that, because I honestly don't like when I have like static with people. And I brought you here, and I was like, I want to help Ian make a cool video for his channel that will like entertain his fans. I like the Dax Flame. I like that you're bringing Dax Flame out.
By the way, this is the real Sam Hyde. I take back what I said. He does show the real Sam Hyde. This is the real Sam Hyde where he's like, I wish you didn't do this because I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you make a cool thing, and now it's not going to look good. I'm not at the buttresses yet. No, we're still at the bottom. This is going to go up for like another... Oh gosh, it's going to go up way more. I got to at least triple this first before we're done, because this is the main keep here. Then we're going to have some side... This is going to be a side building. This is going to be like a wall here. There's going to be a building here and a building here. I'm going to put a wall there. And there's this staircase that I haven't even touched yet. It's going to go down. And then we're going to have like... Sorry, I'm narrating when I should be playing the video. But like, yeah, this castle is... And also I'm going to rebuild all of this. I just built this in kind of like the interim because I hated how it looked. But this whole thing is going to be built up too.
Used to like his videos back in the day. And I was like, all right, we'll do everything with Ian. We're going to go shoot guns. We're going to get cars. We're going to fucking bring the slingshot out, which you love. Okay, you said, that's my Ferrari. That's my baby Ferrari. I wish you just told me, like, just hit me up at the beginning and been like, hey, we have this, there's this thing. It's like, beef over.
Yeah, in fairness, like...
You should have just told me that. Dude.
Yeah, no, but I thought it would be really good here.
Okay.
To be a reveal.
Okay.
That's a snake thing to do.
I don't have anything else to connect.
I just hope that you're not actually, like, if you actually were upset about that, I would want to, like, heal that.
Right. No, not at all.
All right.
I'm so...
That's a lie. He's upset.
Yeah, at that time I was raking in, like, a good...
He's very upset.
You should have just told me... I'm sorry. Water here.
No, it's all good, man. It's...
I don't like having static with people that I actually like.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't have brought it up if it was like an uncomfortable topic for me. It's not something that I'm...
Okay.
Yeah. But I guess another reason that I brought it up, because I just think it's funny that, like...
It is, it's certainly news to me.
Yeah, well, the scenario, it's like, it didn't actually change from, I think, around 2014 till now. You told me to, like, do some jump rope and do some push-ups. And back then you were also giving me fitness advice.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should have taken it.
Yeah.
You gotta get jacked. You gotta fucking start lifting.
Yeah. I lift.
Damn.
My girlfriend got me into lifting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, there you go. Take that good advice.
Yeah.
From her, if not from me.
Still owning him.
Do you think any of the, like, open mics you've done in the past that are, like, really offensive to people in the audience, do you think those would be as funny if the audience wasn't so offended?
It wouldn't be funny at all.
Yeah.
Some of it would be funny, but a lot of it's just based on the fact that the audience is getting pissed off. But those are people that you want to piss off because they're like total scum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the clip of that girl coming up and what did she? I don't think she hit me. I think she did something. Did she hit me with the mic? Did you see that clip?
I think I may have.
It doesn't matter. But anyway, those people are all assholes.
Yeah.
They're all fluoride.
Lifting
fluoride
what?
junkies.
Yeah, Ian does not lift.
I should've kicked
Telling
her
you
in the
right
chest.
now.
I had this one girl. Oh my god, man! This one time, this girl came over to sell my friend weed. She was an Uber driver that was like big on Vine, and that was like her intro. Like the first 10 seconds of meeting her, that was her intro. Was like, "Yeah, I'm big on Vine." Like, bitch, you drive a fucking Uber. You sell weed, and she was like, I didn't bring up race at all. I don't start talking about race with strangers. But she said, she was talking about how like her black friends or like black people in black people in LA and San Francisco and New York act like white people, and I was like, oh, so that's your solution, is just to whitewash everyone and ruin their culture? And she got up, walked over to me, and either fake kicked me in the face or tried to kick me in the face, and I was fast enough to catch it, which I think she was actually with a fucking pointy shoe
Vine
coming
boom.
an inch away from my face.
Lifting his wife's boyfriend, data expunged.
You had to be there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Let's move on.
It sounds like a good story.
It was a crazy time. She's big on Vine. You'll find her. You'll see her in there.
Oh gosh.
Do you think your fans understand your comedy? Or at least
I'm kind of out of touch with my fan base. We don't have a subreddit or anything. It all gets taken down. And also I've made the conscious effort to sort of remove myself from just the internet in general. Like I have a sock puppet Twitter account that I use to follow cryptocurrency Bitcoin stuff, but I do not I really am not online at all. Like I go on Instagram to look at cars, I go on Twitter to look at Bitcoin stuff, and I do not look at really anything else.
I believe all this, by the way.
Gotta get on it.
Think about it. Start doing some fast motion Rick and Morty videos.
Yeah, I guess the reason I bring up whether your fans understand it is because I know that I get frustrated when I read comments from fans and they've like interpreted what the meaning behind something is.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess my problem is I wouldn't consider those people fans. Like people who there's like
He's talking about you now, chat. That's who iDubbbz is talking about. Us now is who Ian doesn't understand. His fans, his actual old fans that actually really enjoyed his work. The people that he doesn't understand.
People who fucking try to write essays in the YouTube comments. I've seen, because I do see these things, because I look at comments right after posting a video, and I'm aware of the fact that there's people who write paragraphs of shit. I don't read them. I read the first 3 lines to get the gist that this is a person writing a fucking 3-paragraph essay in YouTube comments. But yeah, I know there's people. I know that people look at what I do and what other people do, because you see it on other video makers' YouTube pages and come to insane conclusions that only a strange, dark person could come to.
Not you.
I don't fucking analyze people's YouTube videos. I literally look at car videos. That's all I ever look at.
Yeah.
I kind of believe that, actually.
And lens comparisons for
I do believe that.
Cameras.
Yeah, I think
And swag shit.
What kind of swag shit?
Just rap shit. So I'm reinventing myself as a rapper.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I've
when he
noticed that
stops
a lot
being
of people
serious.
you employ here are kind of
hip hop oriented.
Yeah.
Yes, that is intentional. The goal is to use the Sam Hyde brand, the He Can't Keep Getting Away With It brand, parlay that into a rap career. And they are helping me. I'm not afraid to say it. They ghostwrite some of my lyrics. And we're going to make some fire shit.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Okay.
I hate his snorting. It's gross. Sam Calliope Hyde, I'd be down. That would never happen, but I would be so down to hear something like that.
With the, like, I guess hesitation to be 100% serious, does it have anything to do with the fact that you're like, you don't want to kind of ruin the magic of like your persona, or?
I don't think it's magic. I'm just trying to do what's most entertaining.
Yeah. And oftentimes that comes like, I guess would you say that like that's a place of comfort to be like more on when the cameras are on and being less?
It's mad uncomfortable. It's mad annoying. I hate filming stuff.
Yeah. Why don't you be more? You can be more serious about things.
I can be more serious. Want me to be more serious?
Well, I mean, you can be more relaxed rather than on all the time. You know what I mean?
Why would I do that if there's like thousands of people watching a YouTube video? Why would I like relax and chill and like not be entertaining?
Well, I think it should be one of those things that you're able to like turn on and off.
I am.
I think that's true. You are doing that here.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the past I've seen.
I don't think he's turned it off at all.
Where it's like it feels like you so easily derail it.
Like, chat, he has not turned it off. He's not shown his serious bit. I think some bits have been serious, but he has not been actually serious. And I think that either Ian knows that or Ian is oblivious. Which one would be funnier, him knowing or not knowing?
Just by being like, all right, I'm taking it. I'm steering this a whole nother
That's because
direction.
I don't like the people that have interviewed me in the past. It's always been some fucking idiot.
Really?
Yeah, who's interviewed me that's cool?
Oh, I didn't know you had that. So, there is Anthony Fantano.
That guy sucks.
I think InfoWars guy.
Oh yeah, Jay. I was pretty real with that though.
Yeah,
I was cracking jokes, but I wasn't being a weirdo.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you were being that weird with Fantano either.
Yeah.
But you do.
If I was
take it your own direction, I think.
If I was interviewed by somebody interesting, I mean that's why I'm not like fully in character right now, is because I like you. I would do if fucking I don't know. Fuck, who's cool?
No, that's fair. I mean, I think you gave me the answer I was kind of looking for.
Yeah, that's usually the interviews are just a setup for some funny shit.
Right. Fair. Oh, this is more of the shit here. So you've talked in the past about like, what was the interview? I think it was with Fantano. You talked about wanting to like do your part to reverse the feminization of society.
Yeah.
Is that still kind of a thought in your head?
I think that I mean there's a serious problem with masculinity.
You think so?
In general, yeah.
Oh, no. It wasn't captured by his phone? No.
Slingshot.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Oh, that sucks.
And we drove around in that for a while. We kept switching off. And, that was very intense. Was it fun? I mean...
Were you scared?
I mean... Yeah, it was
That's
fun.
sad.
It was like...
I was really invested in that.
The pressure of driving stick for the first time.
Hi, hello.
So that was like... Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so... I stalled it a couple times, but...
Yeah.
No, it wasn't it. He was very encouraging.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, he was like... Yeah. He's like, you did a great job. Great job.
Oh, yeah.
He's really encouraging.
Yeah, for real.
To teach people things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a teacher.
That's a real anecdote about his character. Sam is like a fantastic teacher.
He's a sensei.
Like if you're ever around when we're doing like a boxing training or anything like that, he's legitimately like a Shifu sensei. Yeah.
Bone fighting?
Joey knows
what's bone fighting.
It's like Krav Maga, but like
like pass along.
Hi, hello.
It's like all kill
Is it
moves.
called bone fighting because you're striking with your bones?
Yeah, you're striking with your usually your middle finger or your knuckle. Your knuckles will fuck you up.
Nerve and bone techniques. Nerve and bone techniques. Bone fighting.
Sometimes we'll be boxing and then random people from the street will just like actually like crackheads will come.
I just got back. Has Sam Hyde been identified as a gunman yet? Not yet. Not yet. Maybe we'll get there eventually.
Up and just like.
And we teach crackheads too, tuition free.
Yeah, we have Tyrone.
Yeah, like he, you know, when we got to the office, I was still thinking, I was like, Jet Neptune's here. He's sleeping in the other room. Legit. That's not a joke. I legitimately believe that. Do you guys find yourself using some of the terminology that I guess Sam's fans use?
No.
Like
No.
base?
Nah, never.
No?
Nah, base is canceled.
Red pilled?
No.
Yeah.
Only ironically.
I say base ironically, yeah.
I'll say like homeless crackheads are red pilled, shit like that.
I feel like that's the disconnect that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Where it's like they'll see people Sam saying based and red pilled ironically in videos.
Yeah.
And then they'll go in the comments and they'll, have a rant about how based and red pilled they are.
Can you explain based and red pilled, Sam?
How based are you? I'm basically a Kekistani general.
Shoot him. So I actually have a Telegram meet to go to, so I'm gonna be out today.
Zoom call.
Yeah, there's a couple ICOs today. I gotta be present.
Yeah, I pretty much have to be on my computer all day.
Oh goodness.
Piss right now.
What's he got? What's he got? What's he got?
It's like they tried to make some shit, but like, no offense to Bull Farm Bakery, but they didn't pull it off right.
Did you go inside there?
Can this guy alienate any more people? I'm assuming you're talking about iDubbbz, and the answer is yes, he can. I took a nap. What did I miss? We're continuing the Sam Hyde documentary, and literally iDubbbz comes in with all of these people and starts alienating the shit out of them, asking them if they're basically right wingers. That's what he's asking them basically, because he wants to feel it out so he can cancel them. I really do want to watch the iDubbbz documentary too, eventually, which is why I made a goal for it. Because I think the iDubbbz documentary will show a lot more about just how conceited he was and how obvious it was that he was trying and catch Sam Hyde in different things here.
Where? Oh, this is too sugary.
I put Chinese on my dick because I piss and shit on China. Slap.
Wow.
No. China.
Yeah, let's go. It's literally right there.
Warning. Our YouTube channel is under attack.
He's looking for traitors among his own group. No, traitors among Sam Hyde's group. And he's just looking to see who he can call out.
There's not two of them? No. It's just a 30-mile long tunnel.
Oh, you still waiting on it?
Right over there. I told iDubbbz where to meet us.
Fucking legend shit, dude. Sniper shit, dude.
Hey, this is weird. I'm getting deja vu.
It's kind of spooky, yeah?
No, I'm seriously getting deja vu.
It's so quiet.
Oh gosh, are they starting the gun stuff now?
What's good?
They are.
How are you?
Excellent.
Good.
And we're gonna jump a little bit ahead here because they are. There is a section where they're in the office again.
I really.
so there was kind of like a confrontation.
I feel like you have to really thank. Cut that out. Pause too. I was also like repeatedly really thankful, like grateful to iDubbbz throughout this documentary, because in my opinion, he has way more subscribers than me. I'm like, he's like shedding light on like what my shtick is. So I was like super thankful.
Okay, this is Sam Hyde saying thank you iDubbbz for giving me free subscriber, which I don't think that iDubbbz was expecting, because I think iDubbbz helped to rejuvenate Sam Hyde's career in a way that he was probably not hoping for or expecting, and I think that probably in some small way upset him, iDubbbz, because iDubbbz wanted to can this man, and instead he put him in front of a lot more people, which is like a very crazy thing for him to do. I think he definitely regrets this interview. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter, but
the context of why you were like, why the tension was so paramount on this day makes a lot of sense now, because it's the day after this footage here is the subsequent day after the interviews took place, the one-on-one interviews with Sam, and so there was kind of like a confrontation, and on top of that, everyone has loaded firearms, and we're shooting guns. So
yeah, that is very confrontation.
This was a super fun day, but you could still tell that there was a bit of tension.
And I was happy this day. I was ready to, like, in my mind, I was still like thankful to iDubbbz. Thank you for, like, you got 2 million. How many subscribers does he have? 10 million? 2 million? 3 million? You got 3 million subs. You're putting my shit out there. Like, thank you, bro. Even though, like, whatever, this is still huge. That's what my mindset was. So when we came out to do this, I was like happy to be doing it.
Alright, we're gonna skip all the gun stuff, because again, YouTube is gonna be YouTube. Sorry, chat, I apologize. I don't want to lose my channel or get shadow banned.
Yes.
Yep. We made a custom poster for iDubbbz.
Oh, what? A poster?
Yeah, we made a custom poster that's like really cool.
Oh, for him?
For him, yeah.
How come?
Just because to commemorate the thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be like a bro thing. Like, hey, here, this is like a piece of art we had.
Guns are good. I agree, but YouTube does not agree.
It's really a pretty piece of art, too.
It actually was kind of good.
Wait until you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the back.
Just hold it by your side.
Gotcha.
That's where you see them there. Did you get my text, Ian? The one I just sent? Just check it.
Fire. Wow.
This is an amazing fire circle here.
I put the.
It's the Wiccan insignia, circle of protection fire.
I did it more for looks.
Evan, how are you able to get your hands across the barrier?
It's just it's for aesthetics.
Evan actually started this fire with a spell.
Evan, are you an Esper? Well, that's crazy because we're mortal enemies. Because I'm Dampier, which is Daywalker, half vampire blood. So I'm sworn to fight you. We'll get to this later. All right, can we do the poster ceremony here?
Yeah.
All right, this is our thank you. I'll let you do the honors here. This is a thank you.
Oh boy, I kind of want to see what this poster says on it. I'm very interested. I forgot.
To commemorate our experience together.
Wow.
So that's me hanging Cooney, what's her name?
Oh,
Gigi Cooney with a
geez.
gun to her head.
Oh, gee. Okay, we're gonna shrink that.
Out, the Adelia Rose.
God.
And then there's Logan Paul with I Justine dead on his cock there in the background.
That's a nice piece of art.
Yeah. Boom.
It's good. We're good.
Like the stream chat, very much appreciated.
Wow. YouTuber kings.
Yes, man. The YouTuber kings.
That is awesome.
I got the
Wow.
That's all you right there.
Wow.
This is Scabula J-Trix or whatever her fucking name is. What's her name? I always forget her name. Like Quadralia Monroe or something.
She's vampires, right?
What's the skinny girl's name? Eugenia Cooney. Yeah. I have body dysmorphia. So if Eugenia Cooney, I just hate the whole shtick that she does, like taking advantage of like thinness for like YouTube views. When I'm actually, I would kill to look like that, and I will kill to look like that. Not her, not a real threat.
I think this one video caused the downfall of iDubbbz. It was multiple videos, but yeah. Remember to like that smash button. Yes.
We got you with this attention whore right here.
What is that?
Whatever that girl that disfigured. Johnny Rose, whatever. Denny Dunn. This thing.
Yeah.
And then we got Make My Dick Black Again, the hat, which you can sell.
Cool.
And then here's Logan Paul and iJustine. We did a throwback to like old YouTube, like iJustine, like just to get the classics in there, like Mystery Guitar Man. Get the classics, bring them back. iJustine, bring them back.
I'm also dressed as the scout from Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, I just thought that'd be like kind of badass. I'm the general of Keck.
Yeah.
Right there. So like.
Oh my gosh.
MAGA, like Trump, Keck.
There's a lot to look at.
Type stuff.
Yeah.
And then Logan's just buff ass. He's fucking out there because he's ripped.
That's awesome. Endorsed by YouTube and Google official.
Official, yeah. This is branded here. So
They actually have like their respective like design houses collaborate.
Yeah, there was a lot of red tape because YouTube didn't. They wanted like certain things like the kerning of the font different.
Yeah.
And then Google they were like, well, no, the colors aren't gonna. We got to do a different colorway. Anyway.
That is great.
There it is.
Oh, you guys worked on this?
We all sort of threw in. It was a lot of Joey on this.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Julian helped out. We all kind of. But Joey put in quite a few hours.
Dabbering. That's my contribution.
The Rick and Morty dabbering on that.
Yeah, that's great.
That's so cool.
Might want to hang that. In, like,
This is
private.
beautiful.
Yeah, you can frame it and hang it somewhere private.
On your door.
Or you can display it for people and just kind of filter out anyone who
I
doesn't
wish
like art.
iDubbbz displayed this.
That's a good idea. I like
Should
that.
go to sleep. Yeah, once we're done with this here, we're gonna sleep as well.
You don't get it.
Someone has an NFT.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go.
I have permission for that?
No, you don't.
I don't think anyone does with a Google and YouTube logos.
Well, we'll contact the legal department. I mean, there's going to be various.
We'll cut them in.
We'll cut them in.
Well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
And that was the
about it.
last shot.
What a fun day for you guys.
Yeah.
5 days. 4 days.
2 weeks. It was only a week and a half. Was it a week?
It was a week.
It was a week. Yeah, we did prep work though, so it's like 2 weeks. A week with prep work and then the week of shooting.
Even though iDubbbz does not want to release that footage, that week that we spent was so fun, man. It was very memorable.
I had
will
so
not
much
forget
fun,
it.
and I feel like if he released it, he'd get like fucking 20 million views.
Yeah,
I
think
agree.
It'd be honestly so funny.
And I'm not just like, I agree, but I'm not just, my opinion isn't that way just because, you know, it's our doc. It's his other docs were pretty good.
He's
but
good. His fucking work's good.
yeah, they're very entertaining. Like that's his documentary stuff. I can tell he's trying to take a more serious turn instead of just like meme videos. I respect that. But that doc, if it ever does see the light of day, you get a lot of views because there's so much shit going on.
Mm-hmm. We packed it with.
It got
detail.
6 million views.
And it made it an experience.
It ended up getting 6 million views, by the way. So that was the iDubbbz documentary, or at the very least, it was the view from Sam Hyde side, and that was it. Yeah, it was great. I liked it. Like my 10th time watching it because I really liked it. Oh goodness, that was fantastic though. I hope you guys enjoyed today. By the way, I hope you guys enjoy the new overlay. I really enjoy it. I appreciate the feedback. Some people say we need more yippies, so we'll see about adding some more here. Sorry, I'm setting up the raid here. Anime Boomers is still going on tonight. Ava is on Anime Boomers, so I am sending you guys over to her, to them, so that you can listen to her. Very fun, very exciting. Not sure what's happening tomorrow. We'll see. But it's a good overlay. I agree. Before we leave, chat. Before we leave, just a quick reminder for all of you guys that have not been, that may have missed this. Don't forget. Oh, I'm in the way here. Hold on just a moment. Don't forget. Next Friday, all right? Next Friday is the reveal of a new model, a very brand new model, a model I'm very excited for. And I think you guys will too. I put a lot of love into this, a lot of time and effort. All of the artists have as well. Ari did fantastic work on it. I absolutely enjoy using it. I cannot wait to use it more than I have, just making little clips and stuff. I'm going to try and make some promotional videos for my YouTube channel as well. But I'm excited. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. I'll obviously be shouting this out, making sure that people know, and I'll be making a little thumbnail promotional thing for it as well, so that you guys can be hyped for it. But for now, that's going to do it for today. Like I said, really quickly here. If you haven't already, please make sure to like the stream. Hit subscribe if you have not already. Comment, all that good stuff. Leave a super chat if you deeply appreciate and want to support the channel. And become a member, either or. So that we can continue doing this work. My stuff only happens because of you guys. Your support is what helps me and keeps me going. I appreciate all of you for all of the love and support that you give, no matter what it is. All of you guys are very much appreciated. Excuse me. So, with that out of the way, I am going to leave you guys off. Go enjoy Anime Boomers. Sorry I don't have anybody on Twitch again tonight, but enjoy Anime Boomers, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.